Hey everybody, how's everybody doing? Welcome to Kiki Loves Nigeria. Mm, yeah, I'm trying to get these aligners in here right. You know they half fit sometimes. I have to wear them for a minute before they line up right. So look, please bear with me, okay? So look, how y'all doing this evening? So tonight, mm, I'm getting ahead of myself. Let me get my script up here, y'all. Please let me know if you can hear me. If you cannot hear me, please let me know. Uh, Let me know if you can hear me. I don't know what that is. Okay. All right. So let me introduce myself. My name is Kiki Loves Nigeria. I am the host of this show. And on this show, we talk about anything and everything that impacts you repatriating to West Africa, East Africa, anywhere in Africa, really. We talk about all over Africa, okay? We talk about anything that impacts you, impacts us. All right, so last week we started talking about, mm, that ain't my script. Let me get my script up here. So let me talk about it now. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the channel. Today we're diving into a deep dive, once again, live stream in this series involving a YouTube content creator who calls himself Build with the Smiths. We know them as AP and Jody, the Pickaninnies, all right? And their ongoing project, their latest ongoing project to build a home that he says is going to be in the Gambia. He's asking for donations. He's claiming to sell land, and he's claiming and he's making big, big promises. But throughout the videos, a lot of questions are coming up. People have been writing me about it. That's how I found out about it. It's because people were telling me, people were writing me about this situation. All right. People are coming up with questions about his finances, about his construction knowledge, about his ownership of land. He claims he owns land, but we all know foreigners cannot own land in the Gambia or anywhere in Africa. You can merely lease the land, and that's in some countries. I'm sure in some countries you can, but not in these countries we're talking about. Okay, so they said they ownership of land and more. All right. So I want to make this part really clear because for some reason people think that we just come on here and we just do personal attacks on people. And that's not what we do because it's public accountability. That's what we do on this channel, okay? We hold you accountable. It's accountability review, all right? If you're on here taking money from the public, if you're asking the public for donations, we have a right to question you. We have a right to examine you. We have a right to look at what you're doing to make sure that you are not scamming the people. That is our duty as a community. So that's what we do. We don't just sit up and, personally attack people. And we'll go through the live stream with timestamps, with videos, with audience comments, and we'll look at AJ's words. Is that his name? AP. We'll look at AP's own words where you can see he's constantly asking for money. He's constantly telling you this is crowdfunding. Well, yeah, crowdfunding is nothing more. The way he's crowdfunding is just giving him donations, it's just giving him money. And he's not a nonprofit, and he's not using any of the platforms that will hold him accountable. So you're just giving him money, basically. And he's calling it crowdfunding, but it's not. Well, I take that back. It is a form of crowdfunding, but it's not a wise form for you to donate to. Let me say that. All right, so let me look over here and get y'all emails, Lord. Let me look over here and get y'all comments real quick. Y'all know I need my glasses bad. Well, grand evening to you, ma'am. Please hit the like button, everybody, on your way in to our YouTube studio. All right, let's DJT, how you been? Good evening, DJT. She's saying good evening to everybody. I hope everybody is doing well. We got a kind of a lot to talk about tonight. Uh, hey, DeBo, she's saying hello to everybody. Let me see who else. So hey, Miss Susan, how you doing today? Miss Susan is saying happy Saturday to everybody, and she's greeting everybody. Um, Tashambi says you're gonna need them for this one because this is a really sad case. This is the really just a case of just a lazy man. And I'm listening to him complain about these young Gambians not wanting to work, but I'm like, you've been on YouTube for 5 years, and I've never known you to work. I've never known you to do anything but beg for money on YouTube. But you're talking about the young Gambians don't want to work. You're an old person, and you don't want to work. So hold on. Okay. Okay. So Joy says, "Hey Joy, how you doing?" Stand there said, "Hey, stand there, how you been?" She's stand there saying hello, hello to everybody. Tashambi is saying, uh, "My snacks are ready for this. Have a good night, y'all. Popcorn, yep." Yeah, you're gonna need them because this is crazy. That somebody has been on here basically using our community for 5 years. For 5 years, we gave them a pass to basically just use us up, to basically ask us for anything, for us to support their lifestyle for 5 years. That's what y'all need to understand. These people have never had any sustainable income in Gambia. Remember, they were living with Phoenix. Remember, James told us last week, UN said, allegedly, he stole $500 from his father. Now, remember, he didn't say the amount, but remember, he said allegedly he stole money from his father. AP did, to go to the Gambia. And remember, they told us they only had $500 in cash. The money they had from selling their car, the money they had from selling their things, they had to buy tickets. So remember, they had to not only buy tickets, they needed cash. So that's plausible. All right, and Joy is in the house. So look, before we begin with AP and Jody, y'all, I got this weird email. All right, it was from a lady that comes on our show from time to time. Her name is Dr. Summer. All right, I thought this email was really. Let's do fair use first. I thought this email was really, really strange because, for one, this lady is not my friend like that. Like, I don't talk to her. We don't talk like that. So for her to write me, like that, I thought that was really, I thought that was strange. That was the first thing I thought. Like that's strange. Why would she be writing me, of all people, to ask me for something? So hold on, y'all. I'm trying to find this fair use. I'm in my other account, and I don't know if it's in here. Disclaimer. So I want to talk about that first before we get started. I want y'all to see this, and I want y'all to tell me what y'all think about this. All right, but before we do that, I have to do my stuff. I have to, do what we need to do. So hold on, let me put this up here, and then I'm going to show you what I'm talking about. And y'all tell me what y'all think. All right, so look at this. This is our disclaimers. All right, the content on Kiki Loves Nigeria. This is our fair use disclaimer. Content on Kiki Loves Nigeria may contain copyrighted content not authorized for use by the owner. However, no copyright infringement is intended. Copyright material used on this channel falls under Fair Use, Section 107 of the 1976 Copyright Act, which states copyrighted material can be used for education, research, teaching, and commentary purposes, which is the explicit goal of this channel. The views expressed on this channel. The views, thoughts, and opinions expressed on Kiki Loves Nigeria belong solely to the author and not necessarily to the community, the host, or the channel. All right, so now we got that out the way. Let me show y'all this email that I got, and I didn't notice the email came on way back in September. Well, it is September, but it came way back in September 16th. But when I'm back in school, things get crazy. So I don't really get to check my Kiki email until Saturdays. That's the day I donate. That's the day I work on YouTube. That's the day I put my time in on YouTube. So hold on, let me make sure it's at that part so y'all can see it. All right, here it is right here. All right, and I'm going to read it to y'all. So hang on one second. And y'all tell me what y'all think this is all about. All right. So I copied it in my notes so y'all can see it a little better, okay? It's from a lady named Queen Summer. Now, I didn't think that lady's name that was on our channel name is Queen Summer. I can't remember what her name is, but I didn't think it was Queen Summer. But anyway, that's the lady who always posting these emojis. She rarely says words. She just speaks with emojis, all right? So she says the subject is urgent help. She says, I am desperately trying to fly back home. I am desperately trying to fly back home. I had I had 4 failed attempts with Turkish Airlines. They could not find my ticket. I passed out at the counter and woke up in the hospital. The airline only reimbursed me 2 cents for 2 trips. I am flying with my dog Peanut, and I need 300 to board the flight tonight at 8 a.m. Please send $75 by MoneyGram, Cash App, or PayPal. I can reply, no, I'm sorry, I can repay you in 2 weeks. Anytime you are in Gambia, you can stay at my house. My brother, Lauren, had a heart attack after I didn't arrive. He is in the Marine General Hospital. All right, now that was an email that I received from this lady who watches the show. All right, and it was more to it than that. It was that I don't think that was like the direct quotes to it. Okay, let me go see what part they left out. She said, I can't believe they only sent me 2 cents. I am flying with Peanut, my dog, and she is an indoor dog, and I would have a rough time with her without me. She would have a rough time without me. Could you please send me $75 by MoneyGram? I asked my cousin. They said that Cash App is not working here. Here's the info. And then she sends me 2 links, okay? A link says that's what she's on here as Dr. Summer Reed, not Queen Summer. Dr. Summer Reed. Cash App to Dr. Summer Reed and PayPal to Dr. Summer Reed. Then she says, please send the email if you can do it. I need 300 total to board the flight with Peanut by 8 a.m. tonight. I have purchased another ticket for myself, but lack enough for her. Hotel meals and taxis have tapped me out. I can repay you within 2 weeks. I am forever grateful. Anytime you are in Gambia, you are welcome to stay at my house when it is completed. I feel like I know you because I have watched so many of your programs. I have been here 2 years this time. I must go home a while. By the way, my younger brother Lorne was at the airport waiting. I never showed. A few days ago, he later suffered a heart attack less than an hour after I did not arrive. They had to restart his heart. He is still in Moraine General critical care unit. All right, this is the original email. All right, so y'all see that's the original email. All right, so what y'all think? Y'all think that's a scam? I'm gonna tell y'all what I thought when I first read it. I thought, why is this woman calling me? Why is this woman asking me for $75? She don't know me like that. And number two, when she does comment, it ain't no real conversations between me and her. So why are you asking me for money? Number three, you're sending me two links. You're giving me three different ways to pay you. That is a sign to me that's a scam. Number four, all this urgency. Like, I got to act now, got to act now, got to act now. You know, the pressure she was putting on me. That was another way I felt like this was a scam. And I surely wasn't clicking on those two links that she sent me. Okay. Because the actual email has two links that I'm supposed to click on. And I'm dang on sure it wasn't doing that. Because y'all don't realize a lot of people send me a lot of mess to try to mess me up. You know, they send me virus. One person sent me a link to a story that was a virus. And I don't know if it was a virus. I don't know what it was. But this is when I have Facebook. I wasn't thinking this person because I had talked to this person. Me and this person had talked on the phone. Me and this person, we seemed like he was cool. He sent me this story. He was like, check the story out, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, I'm not thinking it's the middle of the night. I'm like, okay, let me check out the story. I click on it. Facebook shuts my whole Facebook account down. And they want all this information, for me to open it back up. I can't get in the account. I can't do nothing with it after I clicked on that link. So I'm like, Then I realized after I clicked what it was, I'm like, oh my God, why did I do that? I know better than that. But again, I trusted the person. So that's why I don't have Facebook anymore because people like that, people, you can't trust a lot of these people on social media. You cannot trust them. You really can't. They appear like they want to be, a friend, but they're really a foe. They like Tupac say, they pretend like they're wishing you well when they're really wishing you hell. So this lady, Queen Summers, Dr. Summers Reed, all of a sudden she's writing me, giving me two links, two ways to send her money. Mm-mm. So I responded. I said, "Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. Are you still there?" So I wanted to present that to y'all and see what y'all thought about that before we get to AP and Jody. Um, that's a pretty name. What's a pretty name, y'all? What y'all talking about? I don't even know what y'all talking about. What's a pretty name? Queen Summer? Okay. Everybody's still saying hi. These lights is making me hot, yeah. Okay, everybody's saying hi. They're doing good. So that's what that's the first thing I wanted to show y'all. The story builds. Yeah, this exactly. But these people, the Smiths, honey, they've been asking her dog and her brother scam. So Edra, you think it's a scam too, honey? I did too. As soon as I read it, I was like, oh, they must think I'm stupid. Sounds, yeah, Joy, it don't sound right. DJ T is saying hey to everybody. Uh, Jim Josh is saying hello. Hey, Cayenne Works. Cayenne Works is saying hello. I can't see that. Hold on, I gotta get my glasses. As soon as I put on the video, I'm gonna go get them. Oh, I thought, you know what? I thought so because the flowers. I remember the flowers. Okay, that's Miss Greek, y'all. She's now Miss Rosie.
Tomorrow,
Miss
you'll see
Rosie,
lots
the
of
rose
sun.
lover.
You
Honey,
can
I
expect
love
a high of
roses,
87
roses
degrees
too.
Fahrenheit and a low of 56
Okay, let's see
degrees.
what else. Yeah, that's awful. Wasn't it awful? But is it true? That story didn't sound right to me. Why would they give you a refund of 2 cents? I don't understand. You have 4 flights? My leg was dropped off, and I'm trying to buy a house in every country in the world. I can't work now because my leg fell off. If you can, yeah, and pay me back, pay you back, yes, you can come. I don't want to come stay in your house. I don't ask people for stuff when I go to Africa. I support myself. I don't ask people, can I stay in their homes? I don't do that. Jam Jar says she missed it. Yeah, I do not do that. Um, so that was the first thing I thought was odd. Then I went, and then I said, well, let me ask. Y'all know my friend AI. Someone tried to get me with the fake, I sent you $200 by mistake scam. People be very careful. Yes, you have to be, okay? Because $75 is nothing. That's nothing. So normally $75, asking for $75, I'll just send you the $75. But I'm not doing that to people I don't know in real life. You know what I mean? I don't do that. And especially with an email like that. So, like I said, I asked my friend, Mr. AI. That's why I would never travel without a backup plan. No, you cannot. Yes, for some reason, my eye has been running, and I feel it's starting to run again. Smiling, just like I always say, Kiki, I'm not anyone's fool but my own exactly. Because that's crazy. And to think I was going to go for that. Why would you think I was going to go for that? Welcome to another Kiki Love Nigeria Live. We are glad you are here. Please give the video a like and consider subscribing to the channel. I always forget to do that. Thank you, Stephanie. Y'all see where it's running? I think it's the mascara. Uh, Auntie says hello to everybody. So, yeah, we about to go back and we about to talk about AP and Jody. Oh, thank you, Jam Jar. She says you look pretty tonight, Kiki. I love your head wrap. Thank you. Hey, Smitty's Corner, how you been? It's good to see you. Thank you for coming by. Uh, so she's saying hi to Rosie. London lady saying hi to Rosie. So our first thing, but Kiki, the Empress of Scammers, was talking about this channel. Yeah, she was. She always does. She always does. That's why I'm like, she's not gonna write and ask me for anything. So that's the first thing I said. Why would she write and ask me of all people? She's gonna ask Black Acres. She's gonna ask them people in the Gambia. She ain't gonna ask me for nothing. Exactly. That's why I was suspicious because I'm like, oh no. Whoever wrote this, they don't know. She don't care for me like that. So she sure isn't gonna ask me for any money. She sure isn't gonna ask me for anything. You know what I mean? Especially money. Hold on, y'all. I gotta get this. Just my eyes running. So, yeah, that was the first thing I said. She always has something to say. By the way, I know she was talking about this channel. She always talking about it, but she always on here watching. That's what I don't get. I'm confused. You always talking, but you're always watching. You know, maybe she gets paid for talking about us. If she gets paid, then go ahead, go on, girl, do your thing. If that's what your content is about, go ahead. Um, okay, I'm trying to get up here to the right content, to the right comment. Let's see. What does this one say? It says, "Who?" Thank you. That's how you know it's a scam. Because who's gonna ask? Nobody's gonna do that, especially me. They're not going to ask me like that. They're going to know, oh, she ain't going for that. Yeah, it's always Cash App. Because, see, it's hard to get your money back from Cash App. That's the problem. People have a hard time getting money back from Cash App. So, that's why it's always Cash App. Okay. So, it's always Cash App because it's hard to get your money back from them. I remember one time I accidentally sent my sister $25. Well, no, she wanted $25. I sent it to her old Cash App. Do you know Cash App never gave me that money back? So yeah, that's why people like them. All right, so let me get over to the script. So I asked AI about this, and it said that these were the signs to them that something was wrong. The extremes claims, the extreme claims, like I said, when there's extreme claims, the collapse at the airport, she was hospitalized, the brother had a heart attack after she didn't show up. They said this is classical emotional manipulation tactic. All right. They said there's the other red flag is I need $300 to board tonight by 8 a.m. Creates pressure for you to act quickly. Scammers thrive on urgency. That's why, if you notice, Super Shorty always telling you, we only got 5 plots left. We only got 3 plots left. They always put it like, you got to get it now or it's not going to be anything left. That's another way you know. They said another red flag. The airplane couldn't find their ticket 4 times. That's unrealistic. That is unrealistic that an airline could not find your ticket 4 times and that they reimbursed you only 2 cents is nonsensical. Okay? Implausible excuses are red flags. All right, people, that's what we are about on this channel. We want to point out, teach you how to do this on your own. Like when I got that email, I knew instantly. I'm laughing because I'm like, do you really think I'm going to fall for this? Multiple platforms are given to give the money. That's another way you know. It's a scam because they're giving you multiple platforms to give this money. I don't never give you multiple platforms to give the money because I don't have no multiple platforms to give money because I don't do that. Legitimate emergencies usually have one viable, verifiable method, not many. Then they said the other red flag, I can repay you in 2 weeks. You can stay at my house. And she tries to make me feel secure while asking me for the cash. No, trick no good. I feel like I know you. They said this is another big red flag. I feel like I know you because I watched your programs. No real person. No, she has no real personal connection to me. Like I'm telling you, she don't talk to me. She's never talked to me. Like some people on here, I have talked to in real life. Some people on here I talk to in real life. You know what I mean? And those people know how to reach me, and they know they're not gonna reach me by email. They know that's the least effective way. Y'all know what? It's homecoming for my niece, and y'all would not believe this girl. She said she wasn't taking her. She got little clips to hold her curls in. She says she gonna take her pictures with her hair clips in because she not taking them out till she gets to the dance. And she actually did that. That girl is funny. Okay, I feel like I know you because I watched your programs. No real personal connection. No. Often used to for you to lower your guard. Like I'm gonna be so honored that you watch my programs that I'm gonna send you $75. No. They said this is AI says this is a classic email scam. Red flags, emotional story, urgency, money request, and vague familiarity. Like, I don't know this woman. Do not send money. Report this phishing to your provider. Report this as phishing to your provider. Okay, so they're telling me to report this email to Gmail as phishing. All right, and that's what I'm going to do when I get off here. Yeah. So this is what they do. A lady I knew would send long emails saying her adopted African kids need school fees. Their mom was in the hospital and their dad died yesterday. House burnt down. It never stopped. See? These are old scams, though. So whoever this is running an old scam. Plus, Dubai is not the kind of country that just wants people hanging around. They're going to get you in and out. Okay, y'all talking about Dubai. All right, now we're going to go back on here. Jim Jar says that's true. Hey, Brother Robert, how you doing? How you been? All right. I saw him too. Blessings. He looks well. Okay. Hey, African goddess. So there was another story African goddess wanted to talk about. I saw this story, right? But I was debating whether to talk about this story. It's a real quick one because I know y'all seen it if y'all watch YouTube. This story was about this lady who had went to, I think she went, African goddess said she went to Tunisia because I couldn't figure out where she went because, wait a minute, it's in my Kiki email. Because she didn't, when I saw the video, I wasn't, I'm going to tell you why I was hesitant to talk about it. When I first saw it, I was like, oh, we need to talk about this. But then as I watched the video further, I saw this lady is not giving details. All right, so I am big on receipts. So if you're not giving me details, I'm like, okay, why not? Why aren't you giving me receipts? Like, why aren't you telling me details? Okay, let me just look it up instead of trying to send it to myself. Why aren't you giving me details? We're going to get to the people we're talking about tonight, y'all. But I had to get these two stories out the way because they were stories that were like happening right in real time. And I felt like we needed to get these talked about. They're not going to take long. Okay. And I can't do much during the week because everything going on. Okay. So hang on. I'm sorry I don't have this up. Okay. Just 1 second. So I wasn't going to talk about this. After I saw it, I kind of wanted to talk about it, and I mean, is this the one she sent me? And then I was like, maybe we shouldn't talk about it. But remember, I told you, like, if you're a member of the channel, you get to really like. That's part of what you get. Your role is you get to tell us what shows you want us to talk about. But you don't even have to be a member to do that for real. But if you're a member, you can do that. That's part of the membership. So African Goddess is a member. Thank you, African Goddess. I love you so much. You're so sweet and so knowledgeable. So she wanted us to talk about this. She felt like we should warn people about this. And she's right. Even though I didn't have the information that I wanted, I still felt like I should present this story to you all to warn you that you can't just move all around Africa like you do. Like you just can't do that. You gotta you can't you gotta let me put it like this. I'm trying to be careful with my words. You can't just travel like around Africa like it's the United States. Each part of Africa is different. All right, each part. I think I saw this video earlier. I'm waiting for this commercial to go off. Wow. I'm going to have to get my premium back. I didn't think I really needed it, but I see it comes in handy. So, hold on. So, oh, hold on. That's the wrong one. Is this the oh, this one is on Instagram. Now, hold on. I'm trying to find the one. There's one on YouTube, and that's the one I'm trying to pull up. So basically, this lady says she kept saying Africa. And when she kept saying Africa, see, when you start saying that lets people know you really don't know much about where you're going, which is dangerous. Number one, to be traveling around places where you don't know what where you're going, and making moves and doing things that you don't know what you're doing, especially in African goddess told me it was North Africa. I don't know where it was because the lady never said where it was, and I was looking through the comments, and the people in the comment section were saying that it was, which they didn't know either. They were saying the same thing I was saying. Where is it? Where's the hotel? What hotel is it? She just wasn't given like a lot of information. Hold on, I'm trying to get this video. I don't know what's going on with this video. So she wasn't given a lot of information. Then she got said they tried to kidnap her, and I was waiting for more information about how. Like, how did they try to kidnap you? What were you doing? Then she said she got drugged, but how did you get drugged? I didn't hear none of that. And people were same thing I was saying. People were saying, "Oh, here it is." People were saying all of this too. Okay, so it's like you can't just be saying, be careful when you're traveling in Africa, because it's not just Africa. You know what I mean? It's where you're going and what you're doing. Okay, let me see, yeah. Oh no, I don't have time to do that. No, we don't have time to do that right now. They want. Okay, hold on. So here's the lady. We're gonna watch this real quick, and then we're gonna get on AP and Jody. All right, but I gotta talk about the news. That's one thing I said I was gonna do. I gotta start talking about what is like happening right now, what's happening in real time, and then what's our stories, because there's really no news, no resource we can go to about what's happening in our community, which is this African diaspora community. What happens to us when we go back? So let me pull this up. And again, this is fair use. This young lady says she went to Africa. She kept saying Africa. That let me know she really didn't know much about Africa. Because when you know Africa, you don't call it Africa unless you are talking about all of Africa. Okay. Then you'll say Africa. All right. Like sometimes when I say I'm Africa and I say I'm talking about all of Africa, this young lady didn't really seem like she knew much about Africa just by the way she was talking. So I'm like, where was this at? She never did say what country. She never did say what hotel. And if she did, it wasn't in the video that I watched. So we're going to watch this video. We're going to comment real quick, and then we're going to get to AP and Jody. Because like I said, we got to start doing the news. We got to find out. We got to stay abreast of what's going on in our community. And there's a lot of things going on in the Gambia right now. I don't talk about politics like that on this channel just because I don't do that. But I want you to just be safe in Gambia right now, okay? Because there's a lot going on right now, and you have to be safe. You got to be careful and you got to be safe. All right. Remember, Heavy Pedal Time came on here last week when we was trying to get on. He told us about an incident. Well, there was another incident today, or no, was it last night? Okay, there was another incident there. So my husband was telling me, and he doesn't really talk about it like that. So for him to bring it up, it had to be a lot of problems. So there's a lot going on in Gambia right now. So this lady wanting to get out, if it's true, she probably does want to get out, but I don't know if it's true. But again, part of what we do is tell you what's going on so we can be safe. So I'm going to share this video because African Queen, African Goddess thought this is something that we needed to talk about. So let's talk about this real quick, and then we'll get to AP and Jody.
Wow. They really tried to kidnap me in Africa. And if that shit happened to me, I know it happens to other people.
Okay, let me stop it right there. Kidnap me in Africa. What does that actually mean? See, that's why I was struggling. What does that actually mean, kidnap me in Africa? Where were you at? What were you doing? You see what I mean? What's going on here? This lady was beat up bad. And when she's saying they had her hand over her mouth, I believe it because that's what it looks like. But what's the backstory to all of this?
And I just was blessed enough to get the fuck away. But all right, so when I came out here Friday. Friday night was cool. Saturday night we went out. I'm not a party person, so like an hour into the club, I'm like, I always do this, nothing new. I'm like, all right, I'm going to the hotel. It's hella taxis outside. It's a lot of people out there. So the taxi brings me back to the hotel. I come upstairs, I go to the front desk because I needed a key. My key, okay. I don't know.
First thing, don't ever do that. You leave in the nightclub, you already, because see, first off, they got a thing about women going out and drinking and partying, okay? So to them, this is in West Africa, mostly all of Africa, women don't really do stuff like that. In Lagos, that's the only place I really seen women go out and party and kick it, and it's not a big deal. But still, even there, you would not get into a taxi unless you know that taxi and you've done business with them. But a strange taxi, that's a no-go. At night, somebody you don't know, that's a big no-no. So don't, that right there, I heard that part and I'm like, oh, she don't really know about Africa. She must have saw it on Instagram and thought, oh, it's cool to go there because people are putting it out there like it's this cool place to go to, and it's not like that. You can get messed up in Africa.
I went to the front desk to get a key. So they gave me a key, I come upstairs. Then I'm like, dang it, ain't no tissue. I go back downstairs. I go to the front desk. God, that is the last thing I remember, being at the front desk. The next thing I remember is waking up in the back of a fucking car. I start freaking the fuck out. Like, I'm trying to get out.
All right, wait. So she said she was at the front desk. She went downstairs. She said it was a key fob first, right, y'all? Then she went down for some tissue, right? Because they don't use tissue like that, so you got to keep going to get it. So she went down for some tissue, and then she doesn't remember what happened after that. She woke up in a car. Is that what she said? So my question, what happened? When you went to get the tissue, what happened after that? Like, did somebody come up and put something around her mouth? What happened?
And once I get out, this guy, that shit is blurry. I thought the front desk, all that shit is blurry.
Okay.
I don't know what woke me up. I don't know what they gave me, what they did to me. I don't know. The last thing I remember is being at the lobby. So the guy, he get out the car. We're tussling. We fucking fighting. Like, I'm fucking fighting for my life. Like, I'm really like, all I can think about was my fucking kids. Like, man, I gotta get back home to my kids. I'm really fighting for my life. Like, this nigga's punching me. Y'all can see, like, he's trying to tell me, shut up. I was not, like, giving that wasn't an option. Like, I'm really was fucking fighting for my life. So I managed to get away by the grace of God. I don't even know how I really got away. It's all woods. I just started running. I did not look back. I'm running fast as shit to where I could see cars and lights. I'm running fast as shit, but this shit is blurry. I don't know what they gave me or did to me. So once I get, I finally was able to wave somebody down, get some help. A taxi brought me back to the hotel, right? So.
Okay, guys, let's
All
talk
right,
about.
so this is something I wanted to say. All right, some more things that I noticed about what she's saying. All right, she said, this story sounds eerily familiar. This same thing happened to two girls in Mexico, or were they in Colombia? They were in Colombia, y'all. Same scary. Oh Lord, I almost said a cuss word. Same scary story. Two girls went to the club. It was two or three of them. Got in a taxi, leaving the club. They were, drinking. So they was going to sleep. Same thing. He turns off and takes them someplace else. They wake up. They get to fighting him to get out the car. They have to fight this. I mean, fight for their lives to get away from this man. Same situation. So right here, right now, this is telling me that this is like some type of thing that they do. This is why we warn you, please, do not go to Africa by yourself. Do not go there unless you know somebody. And I don't mean just know somebody that you just met. No, meet their family here. Meet a family here because there's Africans everywhere. I'm sure you work with them. Find a family that you know. Tell them you want to go there, and they'll introduce you to their family, and the family will look out for you. The family would never let you do this by yourself. Never. This lady has put herself this, and like she's saying, this is nothing but the grace of God, how she got away from this man. Because it sounds like the hotel people were in on this. It sounds like when she came down to get the tissue, they came up either behind her, put something chlorophyll, that stuff you breathe in, over her nose. Because see her mouth? You could tell somebody was scratching. So she probably was fighting them too. Because when you in another country, I don't, if you ain't never been in another country, you always on like a little guard. So you got all this adrenaline as it is. So somebody doing something that's just gonna make you fight even harder. And you got your kids too. No.
I'm going to keep talking about it there before I forget. So the taxi brings me back to the hotel. So I'm running there. I tell Queen, y'all, I'm with Queen, so just keep it over me. I tell Queen, I'm like, they fucking took me. She telling me I'm yelling out shit, like, I was fighting for my life. What are you doing? She like, you just was you was in distraught, like you was in shock. You was crying and all that stuff. So, she got until she asked in the hotel. Y'all, the hotel would not show us no videos. They were just not helping us. They did not call the police for me. They did not give a fuck. That's how I know the hotel has something to do with it.
Yes, they did.
Because it just doesn't make sense. So, what they're saying, right? They're trying to say that I never came back to the hotel. Like, once out their words, out their words of their mouth, they said I got snatched from the club. For one, how the fuck you know I was at the club? Two, if I got snatched at the club.
So how do they know she was at the club? Because they probably followed her. Because they will follow you and you won't even know they're following you. They'll have somebody follow you around, okay? So they'll set you up when they know you're coming, when you arrive, and they seen it was two single women, especially two single black women, two single foreign women. Oh yeah, we can get them easy. So that's how they know. They probably had somebody follow you, or a taxi that you took there probably worked for them and knows them. That's how they know. They know everything you do.
Where in the club, I have this purse. I'm recording with this phone in the club. Like we're having a ball. I got this purse on and I'm recording this phone. How the fuck did my stuff get back in the room if I never came back?
Yeah, it's the hotel.
He keep trying to say, oh, Y'all, it's just so much. It's just so much. But when I say I was fighting for my fucking life,
You look like it.
like they did not expect for me to make it back to that hotel. I was never supposed to come back to that hotel. Yo. I was never supposed to come back. Then, you know what I'm saying? Once I'm back, everybody looking so crazy. Everybody looking so crazy. Queen come back downstairs. Nobody wants to fuck with her. Nobody, we don't want to talk to you now. Nobody knows no English.
That's another thing. Why would you go someplace where you don't know their language and they don't know your language? So and something African goddess was saying is that this country she was in, North Africa, has a really serious history with slavery. You know, and you got to understand the histories of these countries when you're going to these places.
And for y'all to tell me that I never came there after the club, yes, the fuck I did. Yes, I know I did. But if I didn't come back after the club, right? Or if I, you know what I'm saying? If I didn't come back after the club, how the fuck is my stuff in? And say if I didn't, you know what I'm saying? What they saying, if I didn't, like I took it from the club, or if I willingly walked out of the hotel, you're gonna show me. You were so fast to show me running in while it was nighttime, distraught. That's the only video they showed. But when I'm running in, I had no purse, I had no phone. You know why? Because my shit was upstairs. Because I was
They took her
upstairs.
from the hotel. Yeah.
Man, this shit is so stressful. I don't even know what to do, how to go about this, who to say nothing to. I don't know.
What's
So the
so
lady went
fabulous
to
about
the
you?
embassy, and when she got home, she reported it. Got her. She was on the news and everything.
I don't know. I did not come here like this.
Wow.
All of this right here is all over my body. Okay, y'all, and then it's just a lot of weird shit going on. Like the manager decided. Mine just happened Saturday night, Sunday morning. Once I got back to the hotel from escaping, I stayed in my room. I didn't want to go nowhere. I had booked a flight. You know, the next level flight was in the day. You think they came and checked on me? You think he asked? You
No.
know why the police showed up? Do y'all know why the police showed up? The police showed up because the hotel said Queen was being disruptive and like, you know what I'm saying? Down there being too loud and shit, yelling at them, disrespecting them and shit. They never knew nothing I was talking about pertaining to me. Or nothing she was telling to me. I had to call the fucking embassy, the U.S. embassy. They came and they brought their own police officers. And then even the guys that was police that night kept telling Queen, "Oh, come with him. Go with him to make a report. Go." We showed the real police that the embassy brought, and he said that's not one of our guys. What the fuck? Like I cannot make this shit up. And then the manager, I got a picture of him, y'all. He telling me, "Oh, it was just so once we this Monday, we going downstairs to talk and shit, so he can close the camera. He tell me, can you just stay in the room?" And she go, "We like no, we not like nobody going nowhere by themselves. Y'all janky." He asked me, he like, "You got some sunglasses or like can you cover up?" Fuck no, I want everybody to see what the fuck you know what I'm saying? Like it happened here, from here. I know for a fact I was in here. Y'all keep trying to tell me I wasn't here. But how did my purse that I had at the club, which I'm on camera in the
Right.
club, with my phone in my purse. So then when I get back to the hotel, I don't have no phone in my purse. That's what they show me. I don't have no phone in my purse. I don't even have shoes on. But my shit is upstairs. Then he like, oh, this was an accident. What the fuck do you mean it was an accident? This is the craziest shit I've ever been in my life. I travel a lot. It's not my first time out the country. It's not my second time out the country.
But is it your first
I
time
travel
in
a lot.
Africa? She may travel a lot, but see, that's the myth people have. I travel a lot. Just because you travel a lot doesn't mean you're ready to travel to Africa. It doesn't mean that you know how to travel to Africa. And just from everything that she's done, lets us know she don't know how to do it. She does not know how to do it. This is terrible. This is terrible, but these are the things we talk about on this channel. These are the things we warn against on this channel. This solo female travel, and you don't know people, and you're doing this in Africa, they're going to look at you as a nothing. Like you're nothing. Because that to them, respectable women don't do this. It is clear this hotel was in on this. It is clear they know exactly what happened. But thank God this lady got away.
And the hotel won't show all the videos. If y'all innocent, just show the videos. You the first person show me, oh, this is when she came back in. That's what they try to do. Oh, this is when she came back in. After I got into all that, you know what I'm saying? That's not when I came back in. Y'all didn't expect for me to come back in. That shit crazy.
Y'all, this was definitely an inside job. I feel like whether y'all in the country or not, if y'all leave together, y'all need to come back together. People don't need to be splitting up, going off on their own, or doing anything, because that's a prime opportunity for things like this to happen. I'm glad she's okay. She was talking about having to go back.
But it really didn't matter about that, because I told you on the other video I seen, it was 2 girls in Colombia. It was 2 or 3. So it doesn't matter. These are men. Men can overpower you. So you cannot be doing this. You cannot. This is a big, big, big no. But thank God she got away. That's something I wanted to bring to your attention. And they were saying this happened in Tunisia. Africa has 54 countries. It's a continent, not a country. Black Americans need to stay away from North Africa, except Egypt. There too. Why do you travel to countries that are anti-Black, that hate you, without doing historical homework? Do not travel to Libya, Tunisia, Algeria, and Morocco. You are lucky to be alive, and always travel with 2 other people at the minimum. Now let's hit a like on that. Yep. Traveling to an African Arab country alone is some clown. SHIT. This needs to go viral. This is scary. Yeah. Why would you be doing that? Like this person said it all. All right. So that's all we're going to say about that tonight. Oh, I stopped showing it. So that's all. I was reading some of the comments, and that's all we're going to say about that tonight, because that was a bit much. All right. We said the lady knew. Edra says, let me make it big. Y'all see I got my glasses on. Edra says, the lady knew. A lady I knew would send me long emails. Okay, we saw that one. All right. So I wanted to just talk to y'all about that video. Plus, no, to that one either. Dubai is not the kind of country that just wants people hanging around. We talked about that. 99% of African men do not love their foreign wife. Wake up, ladies. Why do you say that? Do you have a study? Do you have a research study that says that? Or is that what you think? Because why would you say that's horrible? That means only 1 out of 10 people are married to somebody from another country that really loves them. Why would you say that, Miss Sherry? What are you just saying this from your what you think and what you feel, or are you basing it on a research study that you read? Uh, yeah, she was strange. She was strange to a Muslim country. Yes, she was strange. Go to a Muslim country to party. You and that's another thing, Tunisia. You don't go to no Muslim country to party. Tunisia is like a tourist place. It is like a tourist place, but still strange for party girls. Yeah, it is. But you know what? They have these hotels there. All right, on their strip of hotels, I was watching something about Tunisia. They're really trying to change and get tourist people, get the tourist economy money. So they have these food trucks that come there at night, and they serve this nice, clean, safe food because they have a problem with food safety also. And people come there and eat off these food trucks, and it seems to be working out really well for them. I'm really suspicious about her story. I am. I was kind of suspicious too. But those marks, where did she get beat up like that from? Though I know about Tunisia, Edra says, and she never mentioned the country she went to. No, Maya, I was wondering about that too. There is more than one video of the lady. She said she was in Tunisia. Okay, okay, that's what some people were saying, but I didn't see it. Yeah, good idea. Current news too. Yeah, because we got to start doing that because things are. We got to be safe. We got to be safe. So where were we? Oh, I clicked out. Lord, that messed me up. Not one of their guys sound familiar. Okay. Uh, she did not deserve that. No, honey, didn't nobody deserve that. I'm lost. Who is this woman? This was somebody T and K. It was a black lady who went to Tunisia to go have fun, to go just kick it, and she believes that the people at the hotel were trying to kidnap her. So we said we were going to talk about one thing I realized was that I needed to talk about current events also, along with our stories. So the first part of our show, we're going to talk about current events. So this is just a current event that's going on in Africa right now, in North Africa. We don't talk too much about North Africa because we don't tend to go there. But this lady, for some reason, she thought Tunisia was a good place to go kick it with her and her girlfriend. You no one deserves this. No, nobody deserves that. True, Kiki. Yeah, you get too relaxed and you can't. I wonder if her night of fun and clubbing was worth the possibility. No, she didn't realize that. She didn't realize that going out clubbing, something we do regularly here, could cost you your life in another country, in North Africa. No, she didn't realize that. Some of these YouTube influencers go around showing how great bad areas are without the context. Thank you. And have guides you don't see. Exactly. Exactly. And I suspect that's what's going on here because now they're going to Bali too. I mean, where are you going? What are y'all doing? Y'all just going wherever y'all see people go? Egypt is a mess. I know, honey. And I had friends who went there and they said they would never go back. They experienced so much racism over there. One girl told me she was actually called the N word by the kids. Yes, look, Egypt is very racist to my family, was very racist to my family. Uh, Rosie says, yeah, they was very racist to my friend's family too. Yes, Tunisia thinks we are, yeah, they do. All of them in North Africa believe that, yeah. They believe that. Kiki, wow, Tunisia, I went to, wow, in Tunis, which is in Tunisia with my husband. We took a night walk on the beach. Two security guards followed us up the beach, waited, then followed us back to the hotel, apparently for our safety. I believe it. See, I believe it. You got to be careful in these places. Cayenne, the key words, you and your husband. Exactly. Not just you and a girlfriend. Everyone, please please hit the like button, y'all. And please share the video. All right, Miss Kiki, you will find out eventually. Find out what eventually. So what are you saying? You're saying my husband don't love me. What, he using me for a green card? Okay. So if he's using me for a green card, don't you think I'm gonna know that? And what do you think? I'm gonna sign the papers to get him a green card once I know he's using me for a green card? I mean, those kind of things they kind of reveal themselves over time. Over time. So, Miss Sherry, thank you, because you was a one on here warning me before. Thank you. But I don't worry, I feel like people who have bad intentions and do things like that, I'll find out what your intentions are. And when I find out your intentions, things don't go the way you planned. So, I don't think I'm going to find out that eventually, because I'm not 99% of the women who are not loved by their husband. I'm not that, okay? You're welcome, TNK. There's a heap of sex tourism happening in Tunisia. They do. Yep. You're exactly right. And that's probably what they wanted to do with her. Get her in the sex tourism trade. You're absolutely right. Kiki has known her husband for a long time. Exactly. To her husband ain't looking for, no, because he has a whole life over there. You know what I mean? So I find the people who do that, I mean, anybody can do that though, really. I mean, it's just, but I don't get that vibe from him. You know what I mean? Because this is going on like the 5th year, and people, the green card people they usually start talking about it. You know what I mean? So, and I don't think, I mean, this man is an older person. I don't think he'd want to come and, just uproot his whole life just to come over here and start and do what? Start all the way over? Who wants to do that? Seems as if we catch it everywhere, can't get a break. Geez, no, we cannot. Find out how you can benefit from each other. Exactly. Benefit from each other. That's how relationships should be, what is called a fair exchange. All right. I should get something from being with you. You should get something from being with me. If it's not like that, then that's not a healthy relationship. I promise you, love has nothing to do. How do you know? You don't know me. You don't know him. So you're stereotyping about your experiences. Okay? You can't do that. That's ignorant. You haven't read any research studies about that I participated in and that he participated in. So how can you say that our relationship is just he don't love me and he using me for a green card? How can you just say that? How can you, and if he is, and if that is the case, how do you know? How do you know and I don't know? How do you know that? Because you're so adamant about it. This is like the second time you've done that. No, I don't. But this person is just hurt because I guess they've been used before and, they've been taken advantage of. And you got to let that go. We've all had bad relationships. I've had bad relationships. I was with somebody who I personally felt like they used me, tried to use me for a green card, but I stopped that. I put the brakes on that real quick. So I'm not gonna let somebody, I'm not sincerely Michelle. I'm not Kenza. You're not gonna play me for a fool and I just sit back and watch it happen. No, that's not me. Like Malcolm X said, you're not dealing with that type of Negro man. No, I'm not desperate for any man. Like my grandma say, I can get a man when I can't get a drink of water, honey. It's easy for me to get a man. So get rid of that one and go get another one. So it ain't a big deal for me. So I'm not pressed like that. I'm not pressed at all. So I'm just sorry that you was just used and abused so bad that you feel like all men are like that, because they're not. All men are not like that. Some are like that, but not all. And you can't generalize and you can't stereotype, because that's what you're doing. That's what you're doing. And when you generalize and you stereotype, you make yourself look foolish and ignorant. Okay? And I don't want you to look foolish and ignorant. I don't want that. So please just stop that. You know, I understand you was in a bad relationship. I understand you was taken advantage of. I understand all that. And I'm so sorry that happened to you. You know, but we've all had bad relationships. We've all felt like we've been taken advantage of. It's a part of life. You learn, you grow, you throw that man aside, and you move on to the next. You don't sit there and wallow in the anger and the pain and the anguish. You don't do that, because that makes you an angry person. And if you're angry, you can't find love. Love won't come in. Enjoy your life and stay woke. I do. I enjoy my life and I stay woke. That's why I do this show, to keep you guys woke. Rosie says, Sherry, Kiki is not a loser. The man studied in his country. Can you leave? No, she's not going to leave me in peace. She probably wants that to happen to me. But let's go on to the next thing we're going to talk about. So that's what we talked about her. So was that all y'all comments about her? We're going to let Sherry just have what she want to have, okay? All right. Oh, thank you. Thank you. God bless you too. Rosie says, Kiki, I was used by someone, married me for a green card, and thank you. I had his ASS deported. You know, you're no fool. I trust you. And he made an impression on me when he commented on helping bags. Girl, I thought he is a good girl. This man is a good girl. He was. I couldn't believe him. You should have seen how I looked at him. I was like, what? He was like, baby, this is an old man. Let me help him. I can tell him what to do. He needs somebody to advise him. Yeah, he's a very nice person. And that's what I like about him. He's a very nice person. Like when you get married there, you got to say what you like about the person. And that was what I said. I like that he's a very nice man, and he's a very humble man. That's what I like about him. Okay. Joyce says, Kiki, maybe one day you can do a question and answer live with your. No, he ain't doing that. About your marriage, because it's a little surprising. You can ask me what you want to. You can ask me what you want to. I'll do a question. You can ask me questions about it, but he ain't going to come on here and answer no questions about it. But yeah, you can do that. I'll answer the ones I want to answer, and the ones I don't want to answer. You know, that's because I'm not the type of person who put my personal business on YouTube. That's nobody's business, my personal life. So no, of course it was surprising, because I'm not going to tell people that. That's nobody's business. But once we had the marriage, I wanted people to know, you know, this is how you have a marriage. But our relationship and how it's progressing, I don't talk about my personal life on YouTube like that. I'll share some things, but all that other stuff, no. Especially a part with him. He don't want to be on YouTube. Happy paddle time. Hey, did you hear what was going down today? Did you hear what was going down today as we speaking? Or was that last night? I think that was last night. That was last night, because he said, I'm going home. That might have been the day, though. I can't remember, y'all. Kiki, I'm back from the Gambia. The young people are rising up against the government over land scamming. Over land scamming, roads are blocked with burning tires. Yeah, he ain't lying. My husband just told me all of this. He said, I'm going home, baby. Because he go and they have a social life over there. So he go and hang out with his family. And he was like, babe, I'm going back to the house. I can't, it's too bad out here now. Police are everywhere. I know. I want you to be healthy, blessed, and loved. Thank you, sweetie. I want the same thing for you. Bags needs all the help they could survive. One bag needs the help they could survive on that land. That's what he said, African goddess. That's exactly what he said. He said they just need help. They don't know what they're doing. He said all he would need to do is just go out there, point out a little things to them, and he said they could survive out there, but they're doing it wrong because they don't know. And he said that's the biggest problem with us, is that we do not know. And that's why we continue to get taken advantage of by people like AP and Jody. Let's get on now. All right, so first I want to thank Edra so much. Edra really researched this topic for me, y'all, because y'all know my life is just busy, 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 and I want my kids to perform top, like always be in the top. So I am really concentrating on trying to get them up, get their academics up. So it's really hard for me to research topics the way I like to. But Edra was on this one for me and yet for us, because y'all, these people are nothing but scammers. These people are nothing but grifters. I guarantee you this house will never be finished. I want you to pay attention. This is AP and Jody. AP and Jody are from Jamaica. This is the laziest Jamaican man I ever met in my life. I cannot believe, next to Molly Morris and this Jamaican man, honey, they make Jamaican men look bad because they give them a bad name. This man is nothing. Him and his wife have been in Gambia for 5 years since I've been going to Gambia. All right? For 5 years. They have been in, well, four, going on five in Gambia. All right? This man does not have any income. This man lives off of donations. He's crowdfunding donations. But I guarantee you 100% he is not reporting this income. I suspect. I should say I suspect because I don't know. I don't know 100%. But do I suspect he's reporting this income? No. No, I don't think he's reporting this income. You think he's reporting this income for 5 years to the what is it called? The Jamaican tax authority people? You think he's reporting it to them? The tax administration of Jamaica? You think he's reporting this income to them? No, he's not. And it is not fair. Like I said before, earlier in this video, this live stream, this is not about personally attacking them. No. This is about holding them accountable. You come to our community and you ask us for money. You've asked us for money for nearly 5 years. You've lived off the people. Now the people are holding you accountable. Now the people are coming to you saying, what have you been doing with this money? And why are you still asking us for money? Why? And why are you still pretending like we can own land in Gambia when we all know we cannot? Why are you still pretending like foreigners can sell land when we all know they cannot? Why are you still being dishonest with us? And then you come to the people and you ask us for money. I think this house is a big grift. I showed you last week how they went from one thing to the next thing, how they pivot and turn when they need money. They pivot and turn constantly. They came to Gambia with nothing. You can't live in Gambia with $500. Then they lived with Phoenix. What did James say? In the middle of the night. When they had to pay Phoenix the rent the next day, they move out in the middle of the night. And what was the plan after that? To come to the people. To come to the people. We've let these people fly under the radar for nearly 5 years. Black Acres don't get a pass. Happy Companion don't get a pass. None of these people. What's his name? The Kings didn't get a pass. Daniel didn't get no pass. Kenya don't get no pass. Kenza don't get no pass. T3 and me didn't get a pass. Mark didn't get a pass. Why have these people gotten a pass for 4 years to beg us out of house and home, to beg us to basically feed them? Now this new grift, because the other one was, oh, we're doing real estate. They were not doing real estate. You have to have a license to be an agent. They don't have a license. They don't have a construction, nothing. Their business is probably not even registered. But I don't even think it's a business. I just think they're bums and they just beg on YouTube. And they've been getting away with it because we've allowed them to get away with it. We've allowed them to do this for 5 years, nearly 5 years. And now it's time to stop. It's time to stop. If they can't show us what they're doing with this money, what they've done with this money, if they can't tell us how much money they've collected in nearly 5 years, show us proof they've reported this money to the tax people in Jamaica, then you shouldn't be donating anything to them. You shouldn't be donating anything to them. True people who are doing crowdfunding use a crowdfunding platform like GoFundMe. That's what they do. So let me show you that before we get to this video. Let me show you that part. Because you have to be careful. People like this, the grifter people, you have to be careful of them because they play on your emotions. All right? Just like that email I got. They play on your emotions. Same thing. All right, so let me go down here. And I want to show you this. I did some research. I was watching him, right? And I noticed he kept saying, he kept saying that this is crowdfunding. This is crowdfunding. This is crowdfunding. But I'm like, this is crowdfunding. All right, but your crowdfunding isn't on a platform, okay? And your crowdfunding let me show you what they said. I looked it up, because I'm like, most crowdfunding is on a platform. Why isn't his crowdfunding on a platform? And that's when AI warns you, do not donate to people who are, and I even asked them, they had an opportunity to respond, but of course they don't respond. So basically it's donation funding is just basically what it says. Donation crowdfunding. It's basically when they come to you and they ask you to donate to a project, but it's not usually to sustain their lifestyle. AP and Jody want you to sustain their lifestyle with these donations, okay? So it's like a crowdfunding. There's different types of crowdfunding. The rewards are you get access to merchandise, or you get equity, exchange where you get to come into their house to stay there. But this isn't that type of crowdfunding. This is donation crowdfunding. And donation crowdfunding, like I told you, donation crowdfunding is really nothing but you donating to these people, all right? You're basically just giving these people money. That's pretty much all you're doing is giving them money, all right? But the problem is they're not on platforms like Kickstarter or GoFundMe, all right? When they're not on these type of platforms, there's no way for them to be regulated. There's no check and there's no balance. Remember when they were trying to raise this money for Anja? Remember that. All right. Now, remember when people went on from our community and complained to GoFundMe and told them we suspected it was fraud, right? So many people complain. It don't even take a lot. One person, GoFundMe, will try to start investigating. Well, the night we filed the complaint that it was a fraud, that night, that same night, I got word that Anja had passed away. We didn't get no word. We heard she was still alive. They needed money, blah, blah, blah. They needed $175,000 for medical bills, but we never had any proof she was alive. We told GoFundMe all of this, right? Right after that, y'all, I kid y'all not, that night I got proof that she, well, not proof, they wrote and said she had passed away. Because GoFundMe, you got to show them proof. All right. So AJ and what's his dude name? AP and Jody, they would have to show GoFundMe proof of what you're doing with this money. All right. And you can't keep having a GoFundMe to live off of like they're doing. So this is another way there's a problem. And we are warned not to donate to people unless they're on a platform like Kickstarter or GoFundMe. So you're just giving him money. All right. So that's a big problem for me. That is a humongous problem that you are just giving this man money. All right. So first, let me go back to this clip. This is a grown, able bodied man. There's no reason that we should be supporting him and his wife, who is able bodied, for the whole time they've been there. These people have never done anything. Never. Okay, they say they do stuff online, but where's the proof of that? Where's the proof of that? We did find some little songs that he made. But other than that, what have they done? What has he done to support himself and his family? Nothing. They've lived off of us. And that's time. It's time to stop, people.
Roofing. And the roofing is let's say 4,200 around that USD to start doing the roofing. So once we get that money in hand, we are going to actually start buying all of the wood, and buying the corrugates, not the corrugates, this thing. Forgot what you call it. Oh my god. Yes, but we're going to buy every single item for the roof. Pack it here, start to work, call the carpenter, pack it here. And that money is not just for roofing only, it's also involve the carpenter's pay too. So it's awesome. That's what we want to raise right now to start get this thing more, which that would bring us up to, let's say, almost 10,000 US we would be spending on this. Can you believe it? All of
So he's got almost 10,000 US in donations. All of that needs to be reported to the tax authority, the tax administration in Jamaica. All of that. He needs to report all of that. But he says 10,000 there, but look up here, he got 5,000. So see, that tells me he's got multiple streams of you guys donating money. And he's probably lying about how much money they really got. Because they'll do that. They'll make it seem like, oh, everybody's giving money. I need to give money. Everybody's giving money because he got 5,000 here, but he told us he had 10,000. Let's go back. Now on here, I need to tell y'all what we're listening to. He's begging for money because he said he needs a roof. Let me go back exactly to Edgar's notes. On this video, AP says he needs money for the roof. It sounds reasonable, right? But just a few days later, he's going to be begging for tiles for the roof again. So let's listen to this. Let me go back to it.
stage, and this is finished now. Roofing. And the roofing is let's say 4,200 around that USD to start doing the roofing. So once we get that money in hand, we are going to actually start buying all of the wood, and buying the corrugates, not the corrugates, this thing. Forgot what you call it. Oh my god. Yes, but we're going to buy every single item for the roof. Pack it here. Start to work. Call the carpenter. Pack it here. And that money is not just for roofing only. It's also involve the carpenter's pay too. So it's awesome. That's what we want to raise right now to start get this thing more, which that would bring us up to, let's say, almost 10,000 US we would be spending on this. Can you believe it? All of this that you're seeing is we're still not even 6,000 USD yet. But that's because of my guys. I'm telling you guys, God is
So I'm confused. This is what 6,000 he spent, and he's raised 10,000. What, y'all? Make that make sense to me.
really smiling on us. Our ancestors are with us, and you guys are standing very strong with us on this project. Less than 6,000, and we build this.
Less than 6,000, and he has no foundation. He has no foundation in this house. I think this is a grift. This is what I think. I think he's building a shell of a house. All right. I think this is a shell. I think we're building this shell. I think we're building this shell. Because if we're watching this, he's getting probably 50 cents from this. All right. So he's building this shell to get money. I don't think for 1 second him and his wife are going to ever live in this house and the baby. I don't think that, because this is not a real house. How can you have a house without a foundation, people? It's mud floors. It's dirt floors. There's no foundation. He's telling you he's building this house, but it's just a grift. It's to get money.
When it is not possible to build this with that money. I'm telling you right now. No, no, no. You cannot do it. Yes, you cannot build this with 6K. Ah, yeah. If I tell people I build this with 6K, they will say I'm lying. And this is less than, you know. But my guys, they support me, they love me because of, I stand with them and they stand with me, guys. And I decide to be as transparent as possible with you so you can see, this is what
Oh,
these
really?
guys decide to do for me and my family because of what I did for them and their family.
What did he do for them and their family? That's what I want to know. What did he do for them and their family? So this is when he's on here asking for this video, begging for money for the roof. Okay, now I'm gonna show you another clip where he's asking for more money for this roof. So African Goddess said, well, during COVID, a lot of people were going to Africa staying. They would live off of YouTube, but I'm not sure how. They must have been getting a lot of views. Like during COVID, Black Acres used to get a lot of views. Arrival used to get a lot of views. All of them were getting a lot of views during COVID. So they probably were living off of it during COVID, but they can't now. Nobody really watches YouTube now, not like that. I mean, O'Shea is probably the only one I know who gets views like that, where he could live off of it. But none of these people on here can live off of this. None of them. Nobody in the Gambia can live off their YouTube revenue. Nobody. Nobody. Black Acres, I don't even see how Black Acres really could, even when they were big. YouTube revenue money is not like that. It is not like that. You don't realize how many views you got to have, how many subscribers you got to have to really make a lot of money. The people who were telling me they were getting checks on YouTube in the Gambia, they told me those checks were around $100 a month. So when this guy who does revenue on YouTube for YouTube content creators, back when Black Acres was really big, he said Black Acres was only making like $600 a month. Black Acres was making money from their Patreon and people sending them money through Cash App, through their donations, but not through YouTube, not like that. So I believe they use YouTube to get donations. That's what they use the YouTube channel for. But they're not making money off of YouTube. Yes, they thought the YouTube was the gig. No, it's not. Does he have to leave Gambia every 90 days since he is not a citizen? No, I don't think so. I don't know. Honey, I don't know, but I ain't trying to stay there for 90 days. I don't even have a clue. Um, Drifters. Yeah, they're grifters. No one get a pass. No, don't nobody get a pass. A grifter is somebody who just goes around trying to get money. Okay. Okay, let me look at that later. Oh, she says his contractor doesn't own one power tool or no, you lying, Edra. You see what I mean? This is a grift. I didn't even know that. I didn't even know that, but I could tell. This is a grift. Edra says he doesn't. The contractor doesn't own one power tool or even a ladder. I saw them digging the suck away, and it was two men with a shovel. Two men with a shovel. And I'm like, what? All this money he's collecting, and he only has two men with a shovel? Kiyomi, stop. No, I can't live without. You can't live in Gambia without money. Money. Gambia is now expensive. It is very expensive. You sure can't live there without money. My Jamaican friends would call them what? Tricksters, scammers, and con artists. Yeah, they are. That's what they are. Is there an update about our Kathy? She was raising money for. So, do you just come on here to change the subject? Because I noticed that you don't never be on topic. All right, you always try to get me off topic. No, I'm not answering that question, and I'm not answering you anymore unless you on topic. All right, because I don't like that. Names should be built for, not built with. Exactly, built for them. Hi, Kiki and chat. Hey, Brown Eyes. Once you get their money in your hands, go. Shaking my head, Susan says. Once you get that money in hand, go to work. Maybe he is trying to make Mara. He's probably is trying to be like Mara. How can a man even feel like a man while begging? But that's all he does. And how can he talk about the Gambians, the boys being late, the youth being lazy, and the youth not wanting to work? Well, he don't work. He ain't never worked. Why do they bring up their ancestors? I don't know why they do that. I need a roof over my head. Yeah, exactly. Cayenne works. He's a disgrace to all Jamaican men, and I personally know living in Jamaica. Thank me. Hold on. I done got carried away. He's a disgrace to all Jamaican men that I personally know living in Jamaica. I know, I'm telling you, because this is laziness. This is a disgrace. And you out here living off old women, just like that old woman who donated you $1,000. You living off of that? Any respectful man would never take money from a woman who want to be a trick, because there's old women who want to be tricks. Okay, they want to be. They pay you to be with them. So some old fool woman paid them $1,000 just so they could get on TV, just so they can get their name mentioned and be relevant in our conversation. But we're not going to mention their name. Just know that any woman who's giving this grown, lazy man money, something wrong with her too. Something wrong with her too. Something wrong with her too. Yeah, they did make money back in COVID, not now. Yeah, the fact that he's asking is shameful. Get a job. I can't tolerate lazy men who leech. My father, thank you, had 2 full-time plus seasonal income. That's what I'm saying. This is a grifter. He is a grifter, and his wife is following around behind him. She's a grifter too. All right. She's grifting right along with him. She knows he's a grifter, and she's doing it too. Now they're just grifting together. Uh, he's asking U.S. instead of Jamaica. You notice that? You notice that? Why does he want our currency? Why does he want the US dollar instead of the Jamaican dollar? Because he know our currency is worth more. This is all a grift. I'm going to grift. I'm going to beg. I'm going to make them think I'm going to build this house. Then I'm going to take this money and I'm going to live off this money. And I'm going to run this grifting scam for as long as I can run this building a house scam. And then I'm going to switch and I'm going to do something else. And I'm going to scam the people some more to get some more money. Because this is what he's done for 5 years. Look through the channel. So every 6 months, he has to renew his passport. Renew his residency. Oh, this person says for a year, honey. I don't know. I ain't trying to stay there like that. If currency would be higher in the USD, the guy knows. Yes, exactly. That's why he wants. Y'all, this is a grifter. I'm telling you. This is a grifter. Yes, you're right. YouTube as a way of getting donations. Exactly. Because look how many people. There's 111 people on here right now. If I sit up here and start begging and telling y'all, oh, please just help me out. Oh, I need this. Oh, it's an emergency. Y'all, please just help me out. Only 100, it's 14 now. 114 people on here. If all y'all give me $20, I can make it through the day. Yes. Where else am I going to have an audience to where I can beg to like that but YouTube? So that's what they use it for. That's what they use it to beg. But I told you he was using his YouTube channel to make money. A grifter is somebody who engages in petty or small scale swindling. Well, this ain't small scale swindling. This is big scale swindling. All right. So that's what they are. They're swindlers. What's a big scale swindler? Go look that up for us. Because this is definitely a grift. Because he's swindling the people, all right, in my opinion. Because how, sir, Mr. Lazy Man, ain't never had a job, living off the people, you and your wife? How are you supporting yourself for nearly 5 years in the Gambia and you don't have an income? How? Your income is the people. How? You should be ashamed. You should be ashamed that you accept money for women to eat off of, to drive off of, to breathe off of, to bathe yourself, you and your wife. These people are a disgrace to the repat community. Yeah, he's targeting because he wants dollars. It's a grift, people. Yeah, video pimps. That's what they are. Edra, did they show where they were currently living yeah. Did they sell that, Edra? Because I didn't see it. I've never seen where they live. Never. But she got some more videos on here. Oh, Edra says it's an apartment. Now they're moving into someone's house to live for free. Because Edra sent me said that, Edra, tell us about the mold. That they were supposed to have mold in this house. Oh, okay, Edra, I'll probably go to their channel and be nosy. Yeah, Joey, go tell us what you can find out. I noticed because he put an emphasis on, yes, he does. All right, the build may be a prop. Thank you, Liz. They spend the bare minimum on the prop. That's it. And they pocket the most of the money. That's what's going on. In my opinion, from what I'm feeling and what I'm seeing, this is this scam. This ain't no real house. Because if it was a real house, it would have a foundation. And then there's something else going on with the roof. But we're going to get to that. All right, let me get back to the script. So, in this other video, they're begging for roof money again. He's asking again, At the same time, there's no update on how much he's raised. There's no receipts, no clarification. This is a pattern we'll see. His goalposts are constantly moving. Again, this is how you know this is a fraud. This is I'm not going to say a fraud. This is how we suspect that this man is swindling. All right, so let's check out this one. This is more donations. Hold on, I'm about to bring y'all on right now. Yeah. This man, to me, you're absolutely right. He is a swindler. And he's swindling as many people as he can to get as much money as he can to live off of. How else are they going to live? And it's expensive, y'all. It's expensive to live in Gambia. Is this the one we just watched? I think we just watched this one. Hold on. This is another one. Wait a minute. 2792. 2279. So this one is 38. Hold on. This is a different one. Okay, hold on. Let me get that one pulled up for you. Let me tell you what's going on in this one. All right, I'm going to close these. So in this one, he's asking again for the same items. He's asking for more roof stuff, okay? But again, he has no receipts, no clarification why he needs more. And again, this is a pattern that we see with these people. They're constantly moving the goalposts. They constantly tell us they need more money. Because when this house started off, wasn't it like about 10,000?
I don't know what's wrong with me. I keep getting sick. Sure. I want to stay healthy and push through this thing. I don't know. Some people say maybe it's because I'm going above and beyond, like I'm working overtime to make sure this thing go.
What is he working overtime doing? Begging? He ain't working on the site. He ain't doing nothing but getting in that car that I'm sure he bought with donation money and driving to the site. So what is he doing working overtime? Begging? Because I can't figure out what he doing other than begging. This
Maybe
is a
it's
big
stress,
lazy man.
But I'm pushing, guys. Yeah, my body feel a little weak. I taking my vitamins. I'm eating. Yeah, well, let's see what happens.
Look, no
So, guys,
job. He
big
got
news.
vitamins.
You
He
know,
living
right
in a
now
house. He
we're
eating
coming up to
good.
the roofing, right? And I said in my last video that the roof itself is supposed to be $303,000 for the roof. Well, guess what, guys? Our favorite person to support us on this journey. I don't even call her a donator anymore. She's definitely a family member to me. Because not even my family has ever done this for
That's
me
so
before
sad.
in this life. Marilyn has donated the 303,000, guys, for the roof. Shout out to Marilyn. I don't know how to thank you as I
Marilyn, whoever you are, why are you giving money to able-bodied men? This is an able-bodied man and an able-bodied woman. Why are you giving your money to these people? Why? Why are you letting these people use you? You don't get to claim none. You get no benefit for donating this money other than them seeing him say, shout out to Marilyn. Shout out to this woman who donating the rest of the money, who's supporting me and my wife and my baby because I'm a big lazy man, but I can get foolish women to give me money. If you want to give some money, Marilyn, give it to your local school. Take that money and buy those kids some food. Go, I'll tell you what to do. Go to your local school. Since you got so much money, Marilyn, and you want to donate it to a good cause, go to your local school. Buy snacks for the first graders. No, through K2, you got lots of money. K2, buy snacks, as many as you can. Donate it to those teachers. Because guess what? American children are hungry. Believe it or not, they're struggling. And it's hard for them to learn when they're hungry, Marilyn. So if you want to do something positive with your life, quit sending your money to grown people, grown lazy people. Donate that money to your local school. You can even buy the snacks and take them there yourself. But giving your money to this man, this grown man, why would you be doing that, Marilyn? Why?
Said, guys, we've never ever talked on this phone before. Never exchanged words. Nothing. But she believe in us. She want to support us, and this is what you call selfless. Putting
Oh, look,
somebody else.
y'all. This Marilyn is selfless. She's selfless. She puts me and Jody before herself. I'm a grown, lazy Jamaican man. I can work 2, 3 jobs in the Gambia. I could build this house myself. But I ain't going to do nothing but make a video and brag about how much Marilyn is down for me and my family, how much I'm using Marilyn, and I have no shame in my game.
Above you. I'm sure she
Look,
have things that she want to get done,
look,
bills that she have to pay,
yeah.
things that she want to get, do. But Marilyn is like, yo, you guys are my people.
But you, my people, I'm gonna put AP, this grown dirty man, before myself, and you take the money. Now think about that. He just said this woman probably got bills to pay. She probably got other things to do with the money, but she takes that money and donates it to them and puts it before herself. And this lazy bum takes it. That's why you're sick. That's why you're sick. That's ill intentions. If you know somebody doesn't have the money to give to you and you take it anyway, that's called ill intent, sir. That's why you're sick. You use people.
You have to get your roof on. Let's go. And she donated
Look,
full cash. Oh, I receive it today.
look.
The final of it today. And we already paid on the wood in Brikama. So now with this one, we're going to buy the sheet and things and bring them in, protect them, getting ready for the roofing, guys. That is a massive thing. I never expect anybody to go this far for us, guys. I really don't. I really don't, cause
That's why he
me, I've
laughing.
never seen it.
That's why he laughing. Because he's laughing. Because he can't believe somebody is this big of a fool. Y'all, don't be fools. Don't be fools. This isn't an elderly person. This isn't a small child. This is an able-bodied man. Him and his wife. Please, Marilyn, stop giving your money to him. Give your money. You're giving your money to an able-bodied man. Please stop it. Like Michael Jordan say, stop it. Marilyn, stop it. Get some help. You need some help. Because if you think it's normal for you to donate money to a grown, able-bodied man that you don't even know, that's not a blessing from God. You're being used by the devil.
So to see it like that, I know there's still good people in this world.
Look, they're still good
I
people because they
swear,
take
no
care of
matter
me
what
and
you
my
see going
wife.
on out there, there's good people in this world. So shout out to Marilyn again for doing this amazing work for us. We appreciate love you. There's no way in life we would be able to get this money right now this fast.
See?
It might take us some time before we get it, but it would take us a long time.
It would take us a long time to get the money. If they get the money. This is ridiculous. I cannot even believe we're still dealing with situations like this where people are giving grown, able-bodied people in this community money. Yes, he complained his apartment had mold, septic smells. He showed Jody sitting at a tablet. She just as bad as he is. They've been bums ever since they've been there. They've been bums. I think they was bums in Jamaica too. AP wants to show you how to build a house for cheap while saying the only way he can get it cheap because the contractors know him. And guess what else he said? That you can't get it cheap unless you go through him. AP is a swindler, a bum swindler. And how do Jody lay down with a bum? I don't know. Open your legs to a bum? I don't know. Have a baby with a bum? I don't know. I don't even know how she do that. This man is a bum, been a bum, always a bum. Using women, he used every woman he can. He use them, everyone. Cause who donating them stuff? Women. He don't have no shame. Don't you got shame, big lazy man? Don't you got no shame? How do you just lay up and your wife lets you do that? She ain't neither one of y'all embarrassed. So the foundation can be, but to me, now I don't know, I've never been a house. But why would you do that? Why would you lay the foundation later? Why would you do that? And to me, isn't that going to make the house even more unstable? Because it's going to shift. They're putting the walls up now, right? So when they put the walls are up, the roof is up. And Andrew, what was the problem with the roof? Fill us in on that. You lay the foundation later. What's going to happen? You cannot tell me there's not going to be any shifting or shaking. You can't tell me that. Jam. It looks like building a traditional house to me. They should have just used mud right and did a grass roof. That's what it looks like. Because those traditional houses, that's what I thought too. They look like that. Their floors are like that. And they have mud. Instead of those cement bricks, they have mud bricks. Yeah, because that ain't no real house for real. Using Jody's miscarriages for sympathy over and over and over again. And see, come on. Why do we need to know that? To get money. Or live in a shack. AP wants to buy the most expensive materials AP want to buy the most expensive materials for the house that people are paying for. But why didn't he lay the foundation, ma'am? If you want to build a nice, expensive house, you're going to build the foundation. All right? You're going to build a foundation. You're going to build it the way you're supposed. What's the rationale in the way he's building it? Please tell me. Please tell me. It can be done later. Of course, anything can be done later. But is that the structurally sound way to build a house? Is like that? Joy, she says, you're right. Always a scam when they start talking about how sick they are. Yeah. And you see, I don't know what's wrong with me. What's wrong with you is you've been scamming God's people for a long time. His wife what is there to love though? I can't love a man who can't feed me. I can't love a man who don't provide for me. I cannot love a man who goes on YouTube and begs. I cannot love a man who lives off of other women that he don't even know. What do you love? What did she love? And he looked dirty. So tell me what, and that, remember, that's a part of their roster thing. Remember he was saying that, the lion unkept look, the dirty lion look. He looked like a dirty lion. And what is there to love? What is there to love? Y'all donating to a man don't even look like he keep himself clean. So I'm confused. Explain to me, what is going on here? What is going on here? Who are these women who are donating to him? They can't be normal people. It can't be. Let me go to the next comment. AP want to tile the fence wall because he does not want to pain. To pay, you mean, I don't know what you mean, pain ever. AP want to tile the fence wall because he does not want to paint. You mean paint ever? He wants to tile. Okay, I can't get past the. I can't even get to the fence wall because I can't get past the foundation. This is not real. He ain't never gonna finish this house. This is not real. Running off at the face. That's how he's working hard. Thank you. And it surely doesn't include hard labor. Exactly, because that's all he does. Jam, with no foundation, the house will not have a good bones. No, it will not. It will not. And I don't care even if they pull it later. Something is going to happen. Edgar, does his wife come on camera with him, or how many kids do they have? I haven't seen her lately, but she used to. She used to come on there. They used to be begging together, honey. And I think they just got one kid. How will the house hold up during West Africa? Thank you, Liz. Good point. Because he appears selfish. Thank you. He is selfish. One baby, she shows up occasionally. Selfish and gullible, too. Yep. A sucker's born every day, Joyce says. Yep. Susan says, not dirty. Yeah, that's part of he told us. The unkept look is part of his. Y'all heard him say that last week. Don't act like y'all didn't know that. Y'all know that man don't look clean. Don't act like y'all don't see what I see. Don't act like I'm just saying something. Y'all know this man don't look like he keep himself clean, but we giving money to him. What? Why? Yeah, you see he giving her a big shout out. Yeah, he giving her a big shout out. No, people suckers. Just kidding, calling people, but people are suckers. AP mourning about the local kids. Yeah, borrowing his machete, but begging for Can you believe that? Can you believe that, Jam? Can you believe that? I heard him say they don't want to work. He complaining about them. I said, and you a whole bum on YouTube. You a whole grown bum on YouTube, begging off, living off the people for almost 5 years. He's like those pimp boyfriends that show up. Yep. That's him. She's right. In one of his chats, someone accused him of stealing water from their land. He probably did. He whines about sleeping on people's floor. He whines about sleeping on people's floors. He sleep on people's floors, y'all. Don't tell me he sleep on people's floors. This man is a bum like that. I knew they was bums, but they still bumming like that. That's what I'm saying. They can live any kind of way. They sleeping on floors. The baby sleeping on floors. They've been sleeping on floors for 5 years. Hi, team member. He laid roofing on top of a basic frame. He didn't want to pay for wood and roof sealing under the aluminum shingles. Okay, so he laid the roof on top of a basic frame. He didn't want to pay for wood and roof sealing under the aluminum shingles. So tell me this. How can this man be serious about this house? He's not, y'all. This is just a way to get money from us. We have to stop this. We're not fools, and we got to shut people down who think we are fools. Now he can put it in later. It's just fine. It's called an inset. And it won't mess up anything. Everything must have a foundation. Exactly. But they said the foundation. But how? I don't believe that. I don't believe that. I don't believe that you can build everything and then out the foundation later. And that's not going to cause a problem. And why would you do that in the first place? Why would you do that in the first place? COVID was the major Africa manipulating. COVID was the major Africa manipulating. Folks were cash apping, GoFundMe, and more. They were. That's it. That's how they were getting money. And as you see, AP and Jody are still doing the same thing because nobody has ever held them accountable. None of us has ever said anything. We've let them ride. While we were shutting down Black Acres, we were talking about Phoenix, we were talking about everybody else who were asking for money, but we let them ride all these years. That's why this dirty old man still comes to us asking us for money. Yep. They crazy. They're going, yeah. Tanya says you can't not build a house without a foundation, period. It is the lowest load bearing part of the house. Thank you. So how can you tell me that you can build that house and that house is going to be structurally sound and it don't even have no foundation and you're going to pour the foundation later? But why would you do that? Why would you do that? They were never serious, just like Black Acres. Like I showed y'all, Black Acres was never serious about the community. The only thing they were ever serious about was that 4,000 square foot mansion that fell in on them because the foundation cracked. Now, you're going to tell me that they're serious about building a house and they don't even have a foundation? Okay. No, it's a grift, y'all. I think elderly women who maybe always wanted to visit Africa and feel it's too late now, they are vicariously living through him and his family. Well, vicariously live through the kids, okay? Vicariously live through the kids, all right? Where you can see your money is going somewhere. You can vicariously live through them, but don't give them money. If you want to donate some money to your local school. No. Don't donate the money. Go buy the stuff. Go on Amazon and just buy the stuff. Or you can donate it to classrooms. That's what you can do. Since you got money to just give away. Foundation is not the inside floor. It's the semantics. Yeah, we know that. You build on that. You build, everything is the foundation. You have to have a strong, solid foundation or your house will fall. Kiki, I don't know that. I think that Kiki Miranda says, I don't know that. I think that people have money. You think what people have money, sweetie? All right, so let's look at this next one. All right, so this is another thing that he does. I'm not sure. Still pretending that people are selling land. And I'm like, how are you even pretending that people are selling land when we don't sell? Everybody knows that. So he's selling land by breaking and he's breaking the land into small plots. This is an old scam that they've been doing for a long time. This is a very old scam, y'all. Shakina was doing this. They claim Blacksett was doing this. But they'll lease a property, lease some land, all right? And then they'll sublease the land. They'll break it up and they'll sublease the land to us. This man does not own land. He keeps saying he owns land. He does not own land, all right? You cannot own land in Gambia. You can lease land, but you cannot own it, all right? Now, let's check this one out.
Mm-hmm.
Let me go back a little further.
This week. Yeah. And these ones here around the house, going to concrete them.
Okay, first let me tell you what I noticed. I noticed that now they have $56,000, 5,600 and some odd dollars. All right, and they're still. Let me look at my notes for this video. For this one, he claims that he's selling land, but in this clip, he doesn't show you anything about how he, whether he owns this land, or he doesn't show you any proof that he's able to even sell this land.
Next, after we went to work on the soca way here. Yeah.
I want y'all to
So
look
now
at this house. No foundation. This is mud. This is mud.
we just buy cement on the ground. So now, more block work leading up to installation of the arches, and that's it. I'll definitely update you, and I'm more stronger. But right now, I'm very weak.
Oh, I'm very weak. I'm very weak again. This is the second video we've watched, and he's very weak again. So you gotta send more money because I'm sick and I can't beg. So you gotta send me more money because I'm sick. Wow, this is a weak, lazy man. These people like this disgust me, y'all. They disgust me.
I guess we're finished now.
I never liked them though. Never. And this is
bad.
They're both.
I don't want to. You're going back to Bruford? I think you say you're going to Funny. If you don't provide it, there's problem. They are going to be late. How much these woods?
And this the dude he always be walking around with. They just be walking around talking.
5. 2-5. If I have? No, me. Oh, the one that you say. Oh. Hey. Yo, you don't have money for all of these people there. So you have to choose who you want to give to what. This is like the carpenters. You have that one.
Yeah, he's so nasty. That's disgusting. I had to stop there. He just spit. That's what he does all the time. This is a nasty person. So let me show you the other one. Okay. So here's some more about this land. All right, that he's trying to sell this land also. So hold on. He's also selling this land. Let me show you this one. So him and this dude, I guess the dude owns it. I don't know who that little chubby dude is. He always walking with. But that's who he's always walking and talking to.
This bush. But now, as you can see, the rain is not playing. All of this is the land, guys. All of what you're seeing is the land.
Let's go back a little bit.
Yo, when we come here the last time, this place.
Grammarly, now you.
So what we're checking out here, we're checking out him going to, he's parking his car and he's getting out and he's going to this bush. All right. But he's telling us he owns this land, but we don't see no proof. This is the land he's selling to the
people. So from here, so we go. It's not far. Yo, we can go now. So from the main highway is just there. Okay, we are walking now towards the land area. So you guys can see where the land is. Because of the rain, water, and bush. See, I cannot drive here.
This is the land he's selling you. We know he cannot do this. We know no foreigner can sell us land. We know no foreigner can lease us land. We know what he's doing, he cannot legally do. This man is a swindler. Thank you, Sherry. Yes, a grifter is a swindler. He is a swindler. He is still trying to run these old land scam games on us.
Because people are bringing things around here, so they spoil the road in the rain. So you can see the wheel track here. That they take the bush instead to get to the land. Whoa, that's a lot
Now,
of.
this is the land he's trying to sell you. Now, you can't drive up here. How you going to get cars up here? How you going to get your material up here? How you going to get anything up here? You see this man walking.
Water there.
And it's the same little chubby dude. They in cahoots together.
But this is not necessarily the official road. It's around the other side. But this is also a road. According to physical planning, this is a straight road going down to the land from their demarcation plan. Yeah, you can't go around physical planning where they say so. Mm-hmm. So, where you going?
This is the land
Gunjar.
this is the land he's trying to sell us.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. The place that everybody love.
He laughed too much. This dude is.
No, you can.
Because it's funny because he know he running a scam.
There's a house inside there.
So he laughing because he like, yeah.
When we come here the last time, this place never.
Quick.
Land is right in front of us. Before it was not having this bush, but now, as you can see, the rain is not playing. All of this is the land, guys. All of what you're seeing is the land. 6 minutes from the main road to the land. People drive this way to go back to the other road, but this is not a road. All of this area is our land. Stamped and approved by physical planning, transferred to.
All of this area is his land. Where did he get money to buy the land, people, when he has no income? That's the first question we should ask. The second question is, you're leasing that land, sir. You're leasing that land. You don't own any of that land. So why in 2025 are you still presenting this we own land in Gambia when we all know this is a lie? We all know this is a lie. But this man is still trying to swindle us. Him and his wife trying to swindle us into believing that he owns land.
Was by the owner, so we have all the documentation that you need for this land. Every single piece of paper.
Well, where is it at?
This land, this is the 60 by 40 that we demarcated into 17 by
Where's
20.
the demarcations? He said it's been demarcated. Where are they?
Selling at 175, just 6 minutes away from the highway walk. Yes, 6 minutes away from the highway walk, and around 5 minutes away from Top City. And I would say around, give or take, 10 minutes, 8 minutes away from here to the beach, just down there in Gunjur, yeah?
But look at it,
all
you
of
can
this
see.
area here belongs to me. I am the owner of it. Mm-hmm.
He didn't say, he's a liar. He's a liar and a swindler. He said, all of this land belongs to me. But how? AJ, PJ, JJ, how? You have no money other than what the people give you. Americans Americans, Jamaicans, UK people cannot own land in Gambia. So why are you on YouTube 10 minutes and 15 minutes into the video saying that you own this land? That you own all of it, and you know that is a lie. Why are you trying to sublease this land to people without telling them the truth? Why?
And I have my paperwork on this land, and this is the land I'm selling to finish my house, guys.
He
So
ain't
I
said
want you
that's
to see
don't
it
buy that, y'all.
so you can.
Hey, don't nobody. Oh Lord, you see, I gotta hurt another pressure sale. I gotta hurry up and sell my land so I can buy this house. I'm gonna sell it to you for cheap. I'm gonna give you a good deal. He don't own this land. This is not his land. What did they tell you? What did my husband and his friends tell you in the Gambia? That they'll take, see how there's nothing out on this land? What did they say? They said if this land was good, we would be living there. They also said land like this, the government owns this type of land. They said this is called reserve land. I said, how do you know it's reserve land? They said, look at it. It's nature. There's nothing there. The only type of houses you can build on here are houses that can be torn down quickly. So that's probably why AP is just building that not real house up there, because he's probably building on reserved land that is not really his land. Because you cannot tell me this man owns all of this land and nobody's out there but him. As short Gambia is on land, the rich Gambians don't own land out there. The Gambians in the United States don't own land out there. Just him. He's the only one wealthy enough to own land out there. He doesn't own anything, people. He doesn't own any. If he cannot even lease a place, Andrew said if they're living in somebody's house for free, you think he can own land?
No, that when I just say we have land and we not no land. The land there, yes, sir. And we have a paperwork span with land. All.
There's nothing out
Yes, so
here.
anybody want to buy, you can buy all of it. We don't mind. Once you're willing
You
to
can buy all of it, we don't mind. You can buy all of it, we don't mind. This is not real. This is not real. That's why he's laughing the whole time, because he know he's dealing with people who aren't intellectually all there. That's why it's funny to him. I'm going to scam these people real quick. There's nothing out here. There's no demarcated land. Where is it? Remember the palm wine tapper's place I took you to? It looks like that. Remember what was the palm wine tapper's land? What was that? Reserved land. The government sells little bits of it.
the price, we will sell it to you all. Or you can buy piece 17 by 20 and have it, you know. This is the land is in its entirety. This land, if you buy it, you fence it, you build a nice villa here. Very beautiful place. You just dump the road.
Well, why hasn't anybody else done that? Why hasn't anybody else done that, Mr. AP? AJ, GJ, DJ, whatever your name is, Vernon Smith. Why hasn't anybody else done that? Why hasn't they done that? If this is such prime real estate, you're the only one who has access to this land. People, this is a swindler. In my humble opinion, from what I've been, how long as I've been doing this, y'all, this is a swindler.
Make it go back nice to the main road. 6 minutes away from here. That's not a lot of road. This, and even though it kind of still flat, Ibrahim, although I am not going on it, it's still flat. You know, see no big tree or anything. It's still nice. You know. So me, I'm going to fly my drone and show them this area. But I leave.
All right, I'm gonna stop there for this one. So this one, the red flags were there's no deed for this land. He's showing us. He's telling us he owns this land, but we don't see any paperwork. And we know daggone well there's no way he owns this land. Foreigners cannot own land in the Gambia. That looks like prime land. Why would AP, AJ, DJ, whatever this dude's name is, the dude who want to look unkept like a dirty lion, why would the dirty lion man, why, where, not why, but where is he getting this money from? Us. But do you think he got enough money where he could buy all that land? I don't think so. I don't think so because they need money day to day to live off of. And donations come in and it don't work like that. Like I'm telling you, you can't really live off this stuff. So you got to keep begging like him. So they always coming up with a new with the new grift. And again, the red flags here, there's no deed for this land. He's showing us land, but ain't got no deed to show us. He's showing us land he just pulled it off the side of the road and walked up to, like Mark Meets Africa was doing, claiming they own this land, claiming they bought this building when these were just buildings on the side of the road. Okay. I live in a leaky, moldy home with my wife and my kid. Wow. Wow. Now that right there, if that ain't a bomb, I don't know what is. I'm about to show y'all. 1 second. You're giving your money to, what's that lady name? Marilyn. Marilyn is giving her money to an able-bodied man. Hey, Fiona, how you been, girl? I ain't seen you in a long time. How you been, Fiona? That is gross. Yeah, that's why I had to check it out. That's the contract. Oh, girl, bye. They playing games with people if that's the contractor, because the contractor don't never be working. Him and the contractor always be walking around just talking. Why would you live so far from the people? Anything can happen. That's the game they play. That is the game they play. Exactly. Why would you live so far from the people? Because it's undeveloped land. It's raw land. Gambia has like land shortage. Like they don't have a lot of land. So to get to the land where it's empty, you got to drive way, way, way out. And that's why they go so far out to show you this land that's in the middle of nowhere, because it pretty much is. I still don't understand if strapped for cash, why try to build? Exactly. Shaking my head, then claim selling land. Why even move? Thank you. But you're broke. You're broke. How do you don't have, you said y'all living for free pretty much. And I'm about to show you a clip where they saying that their house was moldy. It stinks and it's full of mold. So how do you have money to own land and money to do all of this stuff and build a house? Hold on, let me show y'all this clip. Oops, I didn't mean to do that. Hold on, because y'all know we running. What's the time? Ooh, we got a half an hour. We got to get off. All right, 1 second. Where's this other video? Now, what I'm going to tell y'all what y'all about to see here. What you're about to see here is he's telling you that I live in a leaky, moldy home with my wife and my kid. He says he lives in a moldy, leaking home, and it's an urgent situation. You notice all the situations with him is urgent. He's sick, and everything is urgent. But despite months, not months, years of fundraising, that situation never gets better. Have y'all noticed that their situation never gets better? It never gets better. They always broke. They're always in need. They're always bums. In another video, he's still driving an hour. Why would you be driving an hour to a construction site and asking for gas money? All right, let's check this video out. Hold on, let me unmute it.
All right. So this is it, family. Just want to finish everything before the time is up. To finish all before the time is up, so can move here. Cause the house that we're staying in is not even conducive anymore. To be honest, I saw something coming from the roof. Because you know when the rain fall, the water soak through the roof and it's having this bacterial thing there. I don't even like it, so I want to hurry up and move my family from out of that place and bring them to somewhere safe like this. The house that we're building for them is the most important thing. So every day I'm here, guys. I even bring my drone today, but today is Friday, so we have to leave this site because you know everybody wants to go to Juma.
So instead of going out and getting, working, doing something, going back to Jamaica, maybe working, doing something to make some money, to take care of your wife, your baby, instead of sending them back home, putting them in a nice, safe place, you come to YouTube and beg. This man should be ashamed. He even has gray hairs. This man is probably going in his 40s. This is a grown man. A grown, lazy man. I don't feel sorry for him or his wife. I feel sorry for the baby. And they're probably just marketing the baby on your sympathy so you can get some money. So you can get more money.
I want to leave this site right now and go and drop everybody off, guys. But we give thanks, Sorry, from empty land to what you're seeing behind us, guys, is just a great, great, great positive energy, And we give thanks to everybody that allow us to make this dream a reality. You understand? Yeah. We give thanks to everybody that help us to make this dream a reality. Because at first it was just an idea that was in the mind. We describe it as our starting of our forever home. And you guys supported us every day. We started with $100,000 from our pocket, and you guys push it. I remember doing a job and getting some money. I dump all of it here, guys. I didn't even keep $1 in my pocket. No. Soon as I get the money, I bring all of it, dump it here, bam, finish. And every time I collect money from you guys, I come directly buy things, throw it all inside.
Every time I collect money from you guys, I spend it on me and my family. Every time I collect money from you guys, I spend it on me and my family. We're going to hurry up and get done talking.
Either I'm going to pay someone.
I don't want to talk about these people. I don't like this man. I don't like this man. I don't like him. I don't like his wife. I don't like them. I don't like them, Sam I Am. I don't like green eggs and ham. And I don't like these people. I don't like them one little bit. They're lazy bums. Lazy bums. Let me hurry up and finish this. I still need to raise money for the ceiling. In this clip I'm about to show you, because I got to hurry up, because I don't even want to be on here another half an hour talking about this lazy bum man, because these are lazy bums. Him and his wife. I cannot believe we let them get away with this begging, with this bummish behavior for all this time. All this time we let them get away with this. This is unbelievable. Unbelievable. Every clip, he begging. Every clip. Grown 40-something-year-old man. Begging, living off a woman.
I'm going to buy new material. I don't keep anything for ourselves.
Look, I don't
we
keep
put all of it inside here, because The goal is to finish the house, not to start and stop, not to slow up. I was even arguing about the guys because the reason why they are not here today is because they have another project that they started before and it wasn't
Oh,
finished.
this ain't
Now
the
there's
right.
somebody tell them
Hold
to
on.
come
That's the
and
wrong
finish
video.
it,
Hold
so
on,
they
y'all.
leave. They asked for 3 days to finish the project.
Hold on. That ain't the right one. That's not the one I want y'all to see. Because I don't want to talk about him no more. I don't like him. That's probably why I never talked about them to begin with. Because I don't like them. I don't like bum people. So on this clip, let me tell you what we're talking about here. I still need money. I still need to raise money for the ceiling. So the ceiling, plumbing, tiles, furniture, every part of this house needs new funding each time it comes up. There's no visible project management. There's no budget sheet. There's no work plan. This is nothing but a grift. That's all it is. He's not planning on finish this house. He doing this is to make money off of y'all. I'm telling you, this is all this is. Let me hurry up because I don't like talk. I don't like him. Hold on. I don't like him.
It was in my phone here.
Just a bum. Look at an
It's
old
Dallas. I
bum.
have 647,520. Let me see how much that is in USD.
Now they're at $8,000 he's collected. I hope you are reporting your income to the Jamaican Tax Administration. I really hope you are. I really hope you are.
Let me see how much that is in USD.
I know he's not.
Yeah.
This is a bum, a swindler.
So is this in USD?
$9,000.
9,109.
Did you report that $9,196.25 to the Jamaican Tax Authority? Did you report that, Tax Administration? Did you report that? You want to show us, but where's this money? Show us in your account. Show us the actual receipt. He don't show us nothing for real.
96.25.
He just tell us.
That's what it is in USD. Yeah. Let me see something. Yeah.
Look at his raggedy phone.
This is what it is in
y'all.
USD. So, that's this price. This cost is without the windows and doors.
So this is how much he need now. He need this now.
Kitchen, cabinetry, the solar system, the gutter. This is without that, So those ones, we have to add those ones in to get things completed, guys. So that's why I was saying around 15,000 USD, I'm estimated, can really finish all of the work that is needed to be done here.
He says on this video, 15,000. Remember what AI told us? You can tell when it's a grift because the price will constantly change. The goalposts will constantly be moved. This goalpost has been moved so many times. Now the goalpost is moved again. He's saying it's 15,000, but now they're asking for 50,000. It started at 15. Now it's up to 50.
Yes, around that I'm estimating. Because furniture, stuff like that.
Wow.
We have to buy it. Hello? Hello?
So he wants you to furnish the house also.
No, I don't see anything there.
One of the things.
So he wants you to furnish the house also. Wow. Let me go to y'all comments. The land is overpriced because it's far in the bush. Yeah, honey, that's way out. But they gonna argue with me and tell me it ain't. Yeah, it is. Oh my God, never lived. Exactly. Why do videos posted on YouTube by white people show a totally different Africa than the black YouTubers? The white people show the natural beauty of Africa because we be on nonsense. Does the officials there do anything about this kind? Not in Gambia so far, they haven't. No, no. And y'all know that's the same land I was on with the wine tapper. Y'all know that's reserved land. My husband and his friend pointed it out to us. And the way they said, is nobody will be out there. Because like they said, we Africans. If we ain't out there, how come we ain't out there? This is nice land. How come we don't live out there? No, that's reserve land. And they said you don't know. You won't know until you start building. That's why that's not that foundation probably ain't there, y'all. That's why it's a rickety rack house half built, because he know long as it's not solid, he can put it up there. Oh, y'all, please, I forgot. Please hit the like button, y'all. Please, so we can spread the word about AP and Jody. They bums and don't give them nothing. Many Black YouTubers make Africa and its people look bad. They do, because they bad people. Moved with 500. Right, now building and selling. Girl, right, honey. Who the fool here? Who boo-boo the fool here? Do all the contractors there advise them to do such things? They start right off with the mess. Exactly. Yes, exactly. AP and his wife should just move back to Jamaica. They sure should. Gas money is asking. They ask for gas money. He asking for everything from soup to nuts. Yeah, everything. He asked for everything, even Gap bum. He's a bum. We need to kick this bum out of our community. These bums been in our community too long. Too long. This one been in here for a long time. Yeah, honey, I don't like green eggs and ham. I used to watch them a bit, and I thought they were quite cute. But the latest project, no, honey, I never thought they was cute. I thought they was bums from day one. And I said, why are bums over here? This is the problem. People like this will come over here and be bums, and everybody else will have to support them. And that's what's going on with them. And they'll all think we're bums. That's another problem. Yeah. He is smiling because, yeah, he know he lying. He's smiling and laughing because he know he lying. Stay in that metal shack behind you. You see the metal shack? That's another thing I noticed. You notice most of the people who build in houses for real, that will be their security house. And that house won't be built like that. That was a metal shack. They're not for real about building. I thought that monetary amount in the corner was how much they spent. Oh, I don't know, honey. Is it what they spent or what they got? I don't know, girl. I don't watch him. And trust me, P. Andrew Holiness wants his, is that his name? P. Andrew, Prime Minister Holiness. Do Prime Minister Holiness know, what's his name, Holiness? Do Prime Minister, what's his name? How do y'all say that? Holiness? Does he know about that? Does he know about your $10,000? Does he know about how much money you've collected in US dollars, and you ain't paid no taxes on that money? Because if you think we believe you pay taxes on that money, honey, you's a lie. We suspect you are committing fraud. We suspect you are not reporting that income. You are frauding the Jamaican government, baby doll. We suspect that is what's going on. And you've been doing this for 5 years. Nearly 5 years. He is tripping for sure. Yeah, he's tripping. He claims he flew to Africa. Yeah, but now look what he's doing. What a boy. He is clearly a definition of a man, a real man. Why is so many diasporan bums in the Gambia? The target Black American. That's what I'm saying, honey. That's why I be making me mad. That's why I be making me mad. Because we just looks like bums and scammers in the Gambia. Because Black Acres sent out the message, and that's who they attracted. After Quasi and Art got shut down, they shut them down real quick. After that, Black Acres was sending out the message to all the bums, scammers, and swindlers to come on. Because you see, when Quasi and Art was sending out the message, who was coming? The ladies with the money. The ones who were unalived, they had money. They were ladies with money. And they came with who? Invest, Relocate Africa. After Invest, Relocate Africa fell apart, everybody else who came after them was trash. Now, let me see. This part about the bank account. And let me see. Yeah, we're going to stop with that one. The bank account. So the roof laid over thin framing, the bank account. Let's look at that one real quick. He's supposed to be hurt and upset because, so why is your bank account shut down? And now he's using this name called Vernon Smith. All right. Now, if your bank account is shut down and you got a problem, that means something going on with there's some kind of fraud activity going on.
Yesterday. So now we're going to need 40 more bags.
Listen to this bomb.
It's like that.
Yes, it's like I'm that, laughing. I need 14 bags of cement. Give it to me, fools.
All of these things are being documented, and I always list the price somewhere above here in the video, how much money we spent that day going forward. So make sure you guys check everything out so you don't miss. In case you wanted to know how much we are spending to build what we have right now, how far, you guys will know. So we make sure to share that information. Yeah. So, the sun is coming out small. That's nice. It would be nice if this rain break, because if the rain break,
but where does he get the gas money every day to drive an hour? You see what I mean? His priorities are messed up. He begs for it.
The opportunity to push, and these guys are not playing. They are sleeping there. Yesterday, I have to buy a bag of rice. I buy a bag of rice and I leave it there for them because they are not going home until they finish the job, guys. So, I don't want to delay anything. So I'm just praying to God that everything will come together where, I can pay these people and I will have the material for them to finish this section of the work. We can do this before the 20 days, 30 days, but it's all about budgeting, and that's where the holdup is right now. So hopefully somebody will buy one of these lands, or hopefully we'll raise enough funds in time to do so. We also have some money from Jamaica, YouTube revenue. I link my YouTube revenue to my Jamaican account. I am not in Jamaica right now, and my bank account needs to be updated because I have not been taking any money from there or doing anything. My bank account is now officially out of date, so I cannot take the money that I have there. More than like 300,000 Jamaican dollars I cannot touch it.
300,000 Jamaican dollars. And that's how much is 300,000 Jamaican dollars? So he's got 300,000 Jamaican dollars in the bank. Let's see how much that is, y'all. And it's just sitting there. Can you convert Jamaican dollars, 300,000 Jamaican dollars to US dollars? So
Yes, I can help with that. What would you like to know?
How much is 300,000 Jamaican dollars converted to US dollars?
All right, so 300,000 Jamaican dollars is about 1,900 US dollars.
That's a bomb. He only got $1,000 in the bank. What? Y'all, this is ridiculous.
Jamaica, YouTube revenue. I link my YouTube revenue.
This is a swindler. Quit playing with me.
I am not in Jamaica right now, and my bank account needs to be updated because I have not.
$1,000 is nothing in the Gambia. That is nothing. Nothing. That's all this bum got is $1,000 in the bank, and he's supposed to be building a house. He's supposed to have land. He's supposed to be doing all of this. Please stop. Please.
I'm taking any money from there or doing anything, my bank account is now officially out of date, so I cannot take the money that I have there, more than like 300,000 Jamaican dollars I cannot touch it because I need to
Wow.
verify it, and that's going to take me a long time because I have to send the papers physically back to them for them to approve it, and it's one bag of thing just to get access to your money, and it's very tough. Yeah,
Which I find that hard to believe too, that you have to send the physical papers, okay? Because usually when it's your bank, you can do electronic stuff with your bank, especially when you're in another country, unless there's some fraudulent activity on this account.
so I have money there, but I cannot touch it. You see, this is another thing, guys. But we're still
But
pushing
still,
forward. We're not
even if
giving.
you had to send the physical papers and it's going to take a long time, why not still send the physical papers? So you're just not going to send the physical papers because it's going to take too long? So you're just not going to respond to it? How much sense does that make? This man is a liar and a swindler.
Yeah, although the battle, well, you know that song there, right? Yeah. So yeah, the sun is coming out. So I make a U-turn here because I'm going to stop at EcoBank here to collect this money, and then I'm going to head directly towards the site. Yo, so it's like that, guys. Wait, I need to go into this junction here.
Wow.
Okay, of money that I came up with thus far right here is 57,500. Yeah, 57,500. I just stopped at the EcoBank here to collect the
Convert
15,000 plus 300 300
$57,500
US dollars donation from Yolanda. Thank you
All
very
right.
much, Mama. I appreciate love you for
57,500
that.
Polish zloty is about 14,800 US dollars.
No, 57,500 Gambian Dalasi to US dollars. Convert 57,500 US dollars to Gambian. Oh my God, I'm getting confused now. Wait a minute, yeah. Convert 57,500 Gambian Dalasi to US dollars.
All right. 57,500 Gambian Dalasi is about 800 US dollars.
Wow, and that's a lot of money to him. Y'all, please stop giving these bums money. This is a bum. This is small money. This is small. He hustling the people for change. Please stop, y'all. Please stop. This is a small time
So
bum.
it brings us up to this. So from this 57,500, all of this is going to be finished today. Let me show you
It
guys.
sure is.
So we have to minus from this 25,000 to give the masoners. Leave this, and then we need to buy iron rods and cement. This cannot buy everything. No, this cannot buy everything.
No, I cannot buy everything. Look how he
32,500.
got the money just thrown in his
Cement
bag.
is
Because it don't mean nothing to
480
him. Look at that.
times, no, 40 bucks right now. 40 bucks.
That's
19,000
money he got thrown
plus.
in the bottom of this bag,
No,
y'all.
it cannot because the iron rod is more expensive.
See, if he worked for this money, he wouldn't have this money just thrown down here like that. He knows he's going to get more money because he knows people are donating. I don't want to watch this no more. I'm sorry. I don't like this dude. Let me hurry up and get off here. He says his revenue in the Jamaican bank account is he can't access it. So his YouTube money is frozen. The only way to build, according to him, was to get donations via some account called Wave. And you have to give it to his name, Vernon Smith. Viewers in the comment began asking questions like, who is Vernon Smith? All right, I'm trying to get to that part, but y'all know I can't be listening to him for too long. He's one of them people I don't like. So I can't really listen to see exactly when he says that. So you might want to go back and watch the video if you want to see exactly when he says that. But he wants people now to donate money to Vernon Smith because Vernon Smith, I guess that's his real name. And he wants you guys to donate money to there. All right. So at this timestamp, he lays a full metal roof without proper framing. I showed y'all that. And no installation. No, we talked about that already. He's saying he needs 10 people to give $900. And he needs a total of $30,000 to finish the project. So I'm not going to show any more videos. I'm done showing his videos. The conclusion, what you need to know. Let's sum it all up because I'm getting sleepy and I'm tired. On-screen checklist of red flags. Constantly shifting goals. Titles for furniture, for everything. It's always gas. He always need money. No visible land deeds or permits. Although he did show a land, I don't know, some paperwork in another video. We all know that no foreigner can own land in Africa, in Gambia. Poor construction decisions. Then framing and no insulation. The part with the roof, no foundation. Asking for donations under the name Vernon Smith when he's saying his YouTube account is frozen and all he has to do is mail papers back in. Why won't he just mail the papers back in? And this lump sum, I need $9,000. I need people to give me $900. The audience is pushing back now in the comments because the audience knows something is not right. Look, this is bigger than just one man building a house. This is about transparency, accountability, and respecting. And this is why I can't even talk about this man anymore, because he does not respect the generosity of these women, Yolanda, Marilyn, who are giving him money. And why are women giving him money? If someone asks you, listen to me, y'all. If someone asks you for $30, if someone is asking strangers for $30,000, we have every right in this world to ask them, where is the money going? Who owns the land? And is this project legit? And those were the questions that I asked. I asked, where is this money going? Who owns this land? And is this project legit? Where is the money going? In their pockets. They're using a little bit to create this rinky-dinky house to make you think they're building a house, but that's just a grift to collect land, collect money. Who owns the land? The Gambians do. He's leasing it. If he's even leasing it. He may not even, I don't know how he had money to even lease. And the question, is the project legit? I don't know. I have no clue. I have no clue. I believe it is not. From what I see with my own eyes, it ain't legit. It ain't legit, it ain't real. But I'm going to let you decide if this is the kind of thing you think we should invest in. We know it's not, but I'm going to let you decide that. Y'all drop your thoughts and your comments in the comment section about everything we've seen tonight. And you let me know if you think this project is a big grift. Or do you think they're really building this house? I guarantee you, after this project is over, they're going to come back with another grift. All right, y'all. Be sure to like and share the video and make sure y'all subscribe to the channel if you like deep dives like this, because we'll be diving deep again. Until next time, y'all keep your eyes open and y'all wallets protected. Now, let me go over here and get y'all comments, and then we getting off of here. Wow. Now, there's, wait a minute. Now, he brags about, right, leaving locals out there with only rice. Yes. Also, some story. I can't access my account. I need money. How? Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Same thing. Same thing. I remember when they first moved there, they set up their real estimate estate business, which basically their cell phones. What about that business, honey? I don't know. Hi, Lisa. How you been? They wasn't talking. They ain't making no money off of that. I think they lived in the U.S. before going to Africa. You can check to see if his channel is registered. No, it's registered in. Look, y'all, that was strange though. It was registered in the UK. I thought that was really. So let's go to his over here, and I'm gonna show y'all. Look, oh my God, we did it. I can't stand no lazy. Y'all know I can't stand no lazy man. I cannot stand no lazy man. That to me is the worst. When you a lazy bum man. All right, let me show y'all this. Done check bill. You ain't building nothing, you bums. All right, hold on.
Oh my God, we did it.
I'm trying to get to the about. Here it is. So you go down here and it says United Kingdom. I don't see anything about more information. It says here's the email and it says United Kingdom. So what is this part that says United Kingdom, y'all? Is that where the channel is registered? They said they joined in 2011. 2011. But I don't see anything about Jamaica. I see where it says United Kingdom. So do you put that on there or do they YouTube put that on there? But why would they put United Kingdom? I thought that was strange too. Why would they put United Kingdom? Okay. Who can build a whole house? Nobody. That's how you know it was a game. AP knew he could not do it. He want people to feel like it was a priority so they could donate money. Jam. That's all. It was a scam to begin with. That's all it was. Because his YouTube account was not in his legal name. And that's probably why they blocked it. Because your YouTube has to be in your legal name, honey bunny. And you gotta show ID. Okay? You gotta send in everything because this is a real business. Thank you. That was so sweet of you, More Fortune. Thank you for the $5 holla. His wife was probably embarrassed big time. She ain't embarrassed, honey. She part of it too, Jam Jars. She isn't ashamed. She's right, Mayor. She ain't ashamed at all, honey. She's saying, get more money, get more money. Yeah, thank you. Thank you. That was sweet. Yeah, he is a classic drifter, honey, a classic sorry one. Bags has disappeared. Hey, Mr. Johnson, where you been? Honey, yeah, they have practically disappeared. Thank you, Jam Jars. The next thing after this, wonder what will be. The next, I don't know, y'all. What we gonna do after this? What we gonna talk about now? Hi, Kiki, I've been fine. Oh, good, Lisa. I missed you. Most of us using a VPN, they claim they have never been to the UK. Oh. So YouTube assigns that? So that's the location where you are? Let me see what mine say. Hold on, y'all. Let me go up here and see what mine say. So maybe it's the location because they said it depends on where you register your YouTube channel. Well, honey, I ain't got nothing. It ain't nothing on here. Oh no, mine ain't nothing. Oh, this ain't my. Oh, that's this. Oh, you know why? Yeah, because this ain't my real YouTube account. That's why. That's my. This is my personal account. I ain't on the real YouTube one. Hold on, let me see if I can pull it up. Hold on 1 second, y'all. I'll go to the channel because I want to see what that means. Because mine. Hold on. That's what I'm wondering now. Why does theirs say UK? You know, and they're not in the UK. They claimed, and I seen when they came from Jamaica. Well, in the beginning, you could see there where they lived, and man, it was. I don't think that was the UK, y'all. That didn't look like the UK to me. Okay, hold on. It's your location. Somebody lying. They're liars, and we got proof. They're liars because look, Kiki is in the United States of America. She's in the United States of America. There says United Kingdom. So this people, you really can't trust. That's another reason probably why it's shut down. Because they're like, you're not in the United Kingdom. What's going on here? The YouTube account is where you're from, like where your location is when you created this YouTube account. Y'all tell me what's going on. They're liars. I know that. You get better advertising dollars from you. Oh yeah, you do. But don't they check it to see? I know YouTube check it, honey. I know YouTube. I know these people check every daggone thing. All right, so ain't no way. That's why it's locked down there. YouTube know they lying. You are the bomb, Kiki. There's nobody uncovering corruption like, honey, I love uncovering corruption, King J and Queen. I love it. It is wonderful. He probably used his YouTube for his music. He keeps scrubbing old videos like AP stuff. Yeah, he do. Most of them do. The scammers do that. They scrub them because they don't want you to know who they really are. As soon as we start finding out who they really are, they scrub their channels. He talks like a Jamaican. He talks like a Jamaican, not a Jamaican. Not a Jamaican. Oh, really? She don't think he's from Jamaica. You don't think he lived in Jamaica? Ooh, let's go back and look at that video, honey. They probably have a friend in the UK that allowed them to use their address because you got to show YouTube proof. So that's probably why they video their YouTube stuff is shut down because YouTube don't play that fraud stuff. I'm surprised they ain't shut that channel down. So how is he sending AdSense to a Jamaican account but register? Thank you. Liz just busted him down one more time. This dude is a liar. How are they sending your AdSense to Jamaica, APDJEA, whatever your name is, but your account is registered in the UK? They will be sending the money to the UK, not to Jamaica. He's a liar. Maybe he's from the UK, and maybe his name is really Vernon Smith. Do y'all think he's really from the UK? And his name is Vernon Smith? Because you got to show them proof. I had to show my ID. I had to show everything. I had to, because I didn't want this to be a business. I was just doing this for fun. YouTube made me make Kiki Loves Nigeria a business. They was not going to pay me until she became a business. So I had to show that. I had to show my state of Ohio license where I was registered to do business in the state of Ohio. So something's not right. Something's not right. I highly doubt he's using a Jamaican bank. He's not. YouTube is sending that money to where your location is. AP target women because men will go upside his head. Thank you. And thank you for the one share. That means a lot. All right, y'all, we are done for tonight. We was on here good. We did it in 3 hours and good. We done with you, AP. All right, we're done with you. You're a lot. You don't even get the 4 videos, 3 videos, because I can't talk about you that long because you are too disgusting. These people are just too disgusting for me to continue. I don't like swindlers. I don't like bums. I don't like users. AP's wife putting pressure on him. She probably is, because she's just as guilty as he is. So next week, I'm not sure what we're going to talk about or who we're going to talk about. But I know we'll be on here talking. All right, we'll be on here talking. And we will start off with our current events. We're going to start off with our current events, what's happening in the Gambia. All right, so Gambia, Ghana, wherever y'all want the current event to be. This week it was in Gambia. Could be because his accent isn't that strong to be born in. Oh, are y'all serious? Y'all right. Because y'all know what? The Jamaican people who were born in Jamaica, I can hardly understand what they saying. Like that dude, Popeye. Remember when we was talking about the lady who got killed in Jamaica with her young lover? She had a young husband, and we was watching Popeye News Network, and I told y'all got to help me understand it because I can't hardly understand what they saying because it always sound like they singing. You're right. Strong Jamaican accents are hard for me to understand, and I can understand everything he says. This dude is a liar. Where is he really from? Who are they for real? We don't know. We don't know. And that's even more reason we shouldn't be giving them nothing. Not even the time of day. Not even a view from a video. All right, Kiki, thanks for a great weekend. Don't forget to hit the like button. And we out. All right, y'all, I will see y'all next week. I'm not sure who we be talking about next week, but it sure won't be them unless we got some new information. It's not just his accent. So y'all think he lying? Oh, we might be still talking about these people then. Who was African Pickaninny? Damn. Remember? He was African Pickaninny before he became AP and Jody? Remember they were African Pickaninny when they first went to Gambia? So look, who are these people for real? Y'all don't think they from Jamaica? Y'all don't think he's from Jamaica for real? Where do y'all think? Because the YouTube channel is registered in the UK. It says the location is the UK. So email me. Drop it in the comment section. Who are these people? I know they're liars. I know they're liars, and I know they're cheaters, and I know you can't trust them. And please don't give your money to these people, this lazy bum who we don't even know who he is. He say he from Jamaica, but he don't sound like he from Jamaica. He think we're stupid. That's not a Jamaican accent. Just like y'all said, I don't understand Jamaican accents, and I understand everything you saying. I was late and I had to go. I'll have to rewatch. Okay, TK. And then tell me, drop your comments and tell us, y'all Jamaican people that's on here. Y'all tell, please. You said the whole vibe is off. TK said it's not just the accent, the whole vibe, the whole cadence, everything about him is off from a Jamaican, especially that laziness. That laziness? So y'all, fill us in. Drop y'all comments and tell me what y'all think. Thank you, Joy. We're going to start doing that because I like that. We need to know what's going on. And stuff is going on. All right, y'all. So I'll talk to y'all next week. If y'all got any current events y'all want me to talk about, just let me know. Just like African Goddess was like, hey, this just happened. We need to talk about that. All right. So any current events y'all want us to know about, y'all feel like we need to know as a community, just email me and let me know. All right. If I get some more information about these people, these fakesters, these fake Jamaican people, I don't even believe they're Jamaican. You're right. You're absolutely right. We're going to go talk about that. Mama Rock says he may have been born in Jamaica, but look, are y'all serious? But he didn't grow up there. My ex-husband is Jamaican, and miscommunication was a big issue because of his heavy accent. Honey, and I told you, I can't even understand. That's why there was a lot of Jamaican issues, news things I wanted to talk about. Like there was a Jamaican couple that had got unalived in Jamaica, and they went back there to build their house. But I couldn't understand them. I couldn't understand them. And that, to truth be told, that's why I never talked about Blacksit, because I couldn't understand her. And I said, I can't talk about somebody when I can't really understand what they're saying. And Blacksit was a UK lady, but she still had this accent. I couldn't really understand everything she was saying. So if I can't understand you, I can't talk about you. All right, so this Jamaican I think this is a lie. I think this is a whole lie. Do y'all think he grew up in the UK? What do y'all think about this dude? And he has remember I put that music channel on my post, my community post. So that channel should give us some information about where he's from and where his music is coming from. These people are liars, and they need to be exposed in our community. So anybody who has any more information, please email me and let me know. All right, I will see y'all next week. Y'all email me with y'all suggestions and also with y'all current events. Talk to y'all later. Thank you, Edra, for all the work you did on this one. This was a good one. This is what happens when intelligent people have an open discussion. Exactly. We can figure it out. See y'all next week. We done figured out these people. They've been scamming since day one. They scamming about who they really are. That's a shame. Bye, y'all.